A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Crime does not pay.
They're going to give it to you, Spieler. I know they are.
That's the thanks I get. Am I your lawyer or ain't I?
Sure you are.
And do I do the worrying or don't I? What's a mouthpiece for? To do the worrying. Take the headache.
Yeah, I do for a bellyache. From lead or an ice pick.
Cut it out. Never.
Do something for me, Spieler. Will you, huh?
Sure, Charlie. Natch. What?
Make him give me the rope. I'll black out first thing. I'll never feel nothing. That's the easy way. Make him do it that way, Spieler. Make him. You got it. That's all you got it.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Kangaroo Court, starring Richard Durr. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Durr as Charlie the Traveler Thompson in Kangaroo Court. Organized crime is a vast hierarchy, from the remote leaders on the top down through the district bosses to the everyday hoodlums at the bottom. Any organization as huge as this must be governed by law. There is law in organized crime, organized law with a code, with lawyers, courts, judges, and executioners. Punishment follows conviction swiftly, certainly. Charlie the Traveler Thompson knew the law of this underworld in which he lived, but the night Charlie and his best pal, Jack Spieler Riley, visited the store on the corner of 6th and Main, the law was far from Charlie's mind.
Sure this is the joint, Charlie?
Sure as I know my name.
This rat trap don't look like nothing Ernie'd be interested in.
Wait. The old man will be out in a minute. He lives in the back.
Anything you say, buddy.
Yes, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Well, for one thing, you can open the cash register.
Please, I'm an old man. I have so little money.
Well, I should slug him now or later, Charlie.
No, please, wait. I opened the register.
Okay, Spieler. Empty the till while I keep him covered.
Chicken feed. What a nickel joint this is. Okay, I got it.
All week I work for what is in that drawer.
Save it. I'll show it the board on the floor in the back room.
The board in the floor?
You heard me. Give out.
Now I get it.
There is no board in the...
You want more? Start moving.
I have nothing.
Cut it. The boss knows this joint. He knows what's been going on here for years.
I have nothing.
I'm sick of hearing you whine. Go to work, Spieler.
It's about time. Now take your medicine, Foxy Grandpa, and talk one way or the other.
No, don't hit me. Not with a blackjack. No, don't hit me.
Back room, Spieler. Count 3 boards from the right-hand wall.
Got it. Hey, it's loose.
You betcha it's loose.
Crying out loud. Look at that roll.
Yeah, the old boy didn't believe in banks. He's got 2 houses he rents up on the west side. Ernie says there must be 25 G's in that roll. Had the joint cased. Let's go.
Right.
Come on, Spieler. Let the old bum alone.
He ain't breathing. Must be dead.
Okay, so what? So you hit him too hard. Let's roll. He don't need his dough no more.
A good job, boys. Too bad you had to kill the old boy, though. He was a real character.
He lived too long anyway. He wasn't having any fun.
Except maybe counting his kale, right, Ernie?
Could be. Some of these cops have a way of getting fond of bums like that.
Heat on, boss?
Not exactly. Nobody knew about the roll except the old man and us. Even the cops know he never had much in a register from the papers and sodas.
Oh, it's okay then, huh?
If you left the place clean.
Sure we did. Wore gloves the whole time.
Yeah, I told Spieler he shouldn't get no splinters from the floor. He didn't know what I was talking about till I told him to pry up that floorboard. Everything's copacetic then, Ernie?
Sure there were no slips?
Positive.
Absolutely.
Okay, then in about 5 years, the Sunday papers will run the story of the dead soda jerk. Another unsolved crime.
Well, what's next, boss?
Nothing urgent.
Sure. You know, I think maybe a change of climate would do me good.
What, again?
Yeah, I ain't never seen California.
Charlie the Traveler. What could you do in California you can't do here?
Get a sunburn in February. Okay, Ernie?
Sure, only why not Florida?
Oh, I was in Florida last year. I want to see if the California oranges is better.
Oranges or tomatoes, Charlie?
No, oranges. Tomatoes is all alike any place. Yeah?
Charlie Thompson?
Talking.
This is Joe Walker.
California Walker?
Nobody else but. Want to see you, Charlie. When can you come over?
Anytime you say. Glad you called. I've been wondering when some of the boys would say, welcome to sunny Cal.
Welcome to sunny Cal, huh? How about 3 this afternoon?
Sounds great.
Good. My place is on the Sunset Strip. You can't miss it. It's called Joe's Place. Neon's 10 feet high.
I'll be there. See you later, Joey boy. Quite a layout you got here, Joe.
Well, nothing better. You know Cash Liggett?
Hi, Cash.
Hi.
Fellas, this is a place for a vacation. Another 2 days and I'll join the local Chamber of Commerce.
Good. Glad you like it. Well, Charlie, I have a job for you.
Me? Oh, nix. I'm on a vacation.
Now, it needs your slick touch, Traveler.
Yeah, pineapple job.
Look, fellas, I'm on vacation.
And when you're in my territory, you take orders from me. You know the law.
Sure, same like I was back in Ernie's district. Then he's got control over me.
But I need a rest. I've been working all year.
Yeah, one job will just keep you in training.
I don't want it.
Well, you'll do it. That's an order. We need a guy from out of town. And you're it. You understand?
Okay. Don't get sore. Where and when?
Tonight's as good as any.
I'll have to borrow a piece. I didn't bring no tools for a vacation.
Cash?
We got a dozen. One'll do the trick.
What about a car?
We got a Butte. Cash stole the day before yesterday.
Is it that hot?
Well, it won't be missed too much. Owner has 2 others. So it's all gassed up and waiting. Take him over to see it, Cash. And if he's a good boy and does his job right, maybe we'll let him drive it back east. Think of the plane fare you'll save. Charlie, my boy.
This bus stolen, too?
No. Registered, all legal and proper in Joe's name.
Good. I'm always a little nervous riding a hot car in broad daylight.
We got so many cars out here, nobody notices. Once in a while, some rookie cop will try to make a name for himself, but that's about all.
Much farther to your drop?
Drop?
Where you got the car for me?
Oh, next block, after the traffic light.
I don't see nothing but a parking lot.
Nothing else to see. We don't have to worry about freezing radiators out here.
Ain't you taking an awful chance? What about the plates?
We don't worry about details like that. All right, come on, let's go, chum. I got the parking ticket, and after you drive her out, I'll take this one back to the boss.
I'm with you.
You see, you gotta learn how we operate. No sense fooling with fancy plans around here.
Yeah, so I see.
Good afternoon. Come to your car, gentlemen? Right. We left it here a couple of days ago for safekeeping. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your ticket, please. Well, what'd you do? Change your system? You used to ask for the tickets as we drove out.
Yes. Watch yourself, Cash.
Well, here's the ticket, son. Thank you. If you'll take your car, I'll stamp the ticket and you can pay me as you leave. That's our new system, sir. It won't delay you.
I don't like it, Cash. The car's renewed the ticket. And there's somebody watching us from the gatehouse.
Hey, the car's gone. It was a 46 Caddy. I left it over there.
Damn, Cash. There's cops in the gatehouse waiting for us to move further inside.
Yeah. Well, the lousy brakes.
See, coffee, stop him!
What's this part of the bus? Set a trap. Come on, get in the car, quick.
Oh, brother. I ain't run like that since the last time I swiped apples from a fruit dealer back home.
Lose ourselves in traffic. They'll never catch us, and they won't dare shoot.
Won't they?
Once I hit the boulevard. Now, hang on. Here we go. Now, all we got to watch out for is red lights and traffic cops.
Phew. What close.
Well, I'm sorry, Charlie. Thing like this hasn't happened in years.
Yeah. Believe me, Cash, it never happened back east.
We'll get you another car, Charlie. Now, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I know. You got a million of them.
Cut that out, will you?
Well, why should I risk my neck? And on my vacation, too.
Okay, wise guy. How would you do it?
Well, first I'd get a drop.
What is this drop thing? You said that before.
A small private garage outside town's best.
Go on.
Then I'd swipe the car and stash it in the drop for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then?
Then I'd swipe the plates on Monday from a weekend driver's bus someplace, put them on the hot car, and drive any place I please for 5 days, and nobody'd know the difference. Oh.
Fancy, ain't they, back east? Hey, boss?
Yeah. We lead a simple life out here. We'll get your car, give you the rod and a pineapple. You'll do the job, Thompson. Our way.
You got another thing coming, Walt. Not me.
You want me to bash him, boss?
No. You'll do it. Let him yell first.
I'm getting the next plane back east.
Don't try it, Thompson. You know the law.
So what?
So plenty. You walk out on me, you'll never get away with it.
Won't I? I'm walking, ain't I? And I don't see nobody trying to stop me, neither.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Kangaroo Court. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Richard Durr in Kangaroo Court. Charlie the Traveler headed straight for the airport from Joe's place with its big 10-foot neon sign and took the first plane possible for the east, a ruined vacation behind him. Charlie knew there might be trouble ahead, so he holed up quietly and advised only his pal, Jack the Spieler, of his exact whereabouts.
Who is it?
Me, Spieler. Let me in, Charlie.
Anybody with you?
No, of course not. Let me in, will you?
Okay. Hold everything.
Hey, why all the bolts and stuff? You afraid of mice, friend?
No, of lice. From out west.
Didn't think you were afraid of anything.
Sit down. That California Walker has a nasty temper. You can't tell that bum anything.
No, he wouldn't dare send anybody here to get you. Not unless it was all legal.
He might. What's new in town?
Well, not much. Except you're in Dutch. Upstairs.
With Ernie? I didn't do nothing to him.
Oh, not Ernie, especially.
Look, pal, what are you trying to tell me?
Well, here it is. Straight. Ernie told me to bring you in.
Bring me in. What for?
How should I know? I don't ask questions. I do like I'm told.
Yeah, I know.
Well, get your coat, fella. We're going downtown. Hey, get that. Me making noises just like a cop.
Have a nice vacation, Charlie?
It was good. And lousy.
You came back awful fast.
I didn't like the people at that resort.
They don't like you either.
That squares everything, then.
Only it doesn't.
Why not?
Because you broke the law, that's why. Because you had to be a wise guy until a district boss had to run his business. Because when he wouldn't let you do things your way, you ran out on him.
They're nuts out there, honest, Johnny, nuts. The way they tried to do things.
Makes no difference. You refused an order from the boss in whose territory you were operating.
I was on vacation, you know that.
I'm told you disobeyed orders. You broke the law. You're up on charges, Charlie.
Me? On charges?
At last, something's penetrated your thick skull. Now get this. Spieler here's your lawyer. He'll defend you. Joe Walker's coming on to press the charge himself. Rick Carson is coming in from Chicago. Phil Jackson from Pittsburgh. Mike Davis from Boston. Bill Kenoy from Louisville. And Don Welch from Cleveland. The five of them and myself are the judges, Charlie. The trial is set for 1 week from Tuesday. All right, Walker. Is that your evidence?
That's it. And that's all I need.
Any questions from the court?
If I may, Ernie,
Of course, Rick.
what penalty do you want if we convict Thompson, Joe?
Nobody crosses me that way. I want a cement jacket on him.
You're pretty rough, aren't you?
Well, it's my grievance, Carson. What would you do if he behaved this way in Chicago?
All right, no further questions.
Anybody else? All right, Walker, sum up your case.
The summations don't take place until the defense witnesses speak their pieces.
You're rather familiar with court procedure, aren't you, Walker?
Yeah, what if I am?
Never mind. Only we set the procedure here. Start your summation.
May it please the court. I want this man, Charlie Thompson. I intend to have him. You heard my witness. Cash Liggett was present in my office when the defendant refused an order. More, the defendant deliberately walked out of my office and out of my territory in direct contradiction to my orders and completely against our law. The very fact that his counsel failed to cross-examine my witness is, well, to me at least, admission of guilt. Defense counsel knows that my witness is telling the exact truth. I ask this court to find the defendant guilty and suggest a sentence of death at the hands of the injured party.
The defense will proceed. All right, Speaker.
Thank you. Gentlemen of the court, I'm here in this job on account of being both Charlie Thompson's best pal and a fellow who knows the circumstances of the case. Let me say from the beginning that, first of all, I didn't call no witness for the defense on account of the fact that the only such witness is dead. Thanks, boss. But more about that a little later. Second of all, I didn't waste your time and mine cross-examining the Cash Liggett on account of if he's telling the truth, he'll stick to what he says. And if he's lying, he'll stick to what he says.
No jokes, Spieler.
It's no joke, boss. Not to Charlie, it isn't. But to get on with the case. It's a fact that my client went out to the coast for a vacation. While he was there, he tried to obey the orders of Mr. Walker. But it's a fact, too, that he almost got a dose of lead when the operations of the prosecution witness led him right into a trap the cops set over a hot car.
Is this true, Riley?
So help me, it's the truth. And after it happened, only after it happened, my client tried to show Mr. Walker a safe way to operate. The way the defendant has been operating for a long time. But no, Mr. Walker wanted it all done his way, and the defendant felt he had to refuse. Are you admitting guilt, Counselor? Yes and no, Mr. Carson.
That's a really legal answer. You should have been a lawyer.
They don't call me the Spieler for nothing, Mr. Carson.
Get on with it, Spieler.
Yes, boss. Now let me say this. The defendant would never have walked out and probably would never have refused the orders if he hadn't been under a terrible mental strain. You see, there's outside things in this case that Mr. Walker don't know about. What he don't know And what you don't know is that just that morning, the defendant, he had a telegram from home. His old mother was dying. She's the dead witness I spoke about, gentlemen. Because when Charlie Thompson walked out of Mr. Walker's place, he went straight to the airport, flew straight home, and had the final satisfaction of making his mother happy in her last moments on this here earth. Yeah, sure. My client acted out of turn, but he had a reason. And this is the truth, gentlemen. And more, I'll promise you myself, if you let him off this time, that I'll see to it personal, that he toes the mark from here on in. Charlie's too good a man to dump in the river for one mistake outside his own district and when he was under such a terrible mental strain. That's our defense, gentlemen. That's all it is. The truth and a promise to obey in the future. Thank you for listening.
You're out too long, Spieler. Too long.
Don't mean nothing. They probably start a friendly game. Anyhow, when a legit jury is out like this, they're generally hung, and it's a new trial.
The only thing that's hung around here is going to be me. Get me a piece, Spieler. Get me a piece so I can get them before they get me.
The trouble is, if it's guilty, I'll have to do you. That's the law, Charlie.
Well, you wouldn't, Spieler. Not me. Not your pal. Think of the jobs we done together. You wouldn't. You couldn't.
If I get told, I got it. You'll understand, Charlie. Stop walking up and down like that. You act like you was stark crazy.
Yeah, I'm going nuts. Why don't they come out? Why don't they make up their minds? I gotta get out of here.
Sit down, will you, and shut up.
They're gonna get me to a Spieler. I know they are. Nobody ever gets off of one of these courts.
That's the thanks I get. Am I your lawyer or ain't I?
Sure, you
and
are.
Do I do the worrying or don't I? What's a mouthpiece for? To do the worrying. Take the headache.
I'm due for a bellyache. From lead or an ice pick.
Cut it out. Never.
Do something for me, Spieler. Will you, huh?
Sure, Charlie. Natch, what?
Make him give me the rope. I black out first thing. I'll never feel nothing. That's the easy way. Make him do it that way, Spieler. Make him. You got it. That's all you got it.
Cut it out, will you? Verdict ain't in yet. Jury's still out.
Yeah, some jury. The judges are the same guys.
Ernie will fight for you. You should have heard him take down Walker. Too bad the law don't let you hear your own trial.
It'll be 5-1 against Ernie. 5-1 against him. And me. 5-1. I'm going out, Spieler. I gotta get some air.
Don't try no run out now. They'll find you. You know that.
Will they, Spieler? No matter where, will they?
Don't try nothing smart, Charlie.
Just want some fresh air. That's all. I won't be long. You'll find me again, Spieler. I'll be back. If I stay here, I'll go altogether nuts. But I'll be back, Spieler. Don't worry.
Where's the defendant, Spieler?
Yeah, we rather like the idea of having him hear the verdict in person.
He's gone for a walk, gentlemen. But I'll represent him.
Well, get on with it. I want to catch a plane.
We're all leaving before night. All right, shall we go ahead, gentlemen?
Sure, Mr. Costa. You might as well. One way or the other, he'll find out.
Yeah, he'll find out.
As presiding judge of this court, it's my duty to announce the verdict. After due deliberation and taking into consideration the extenuating circumstances of the case, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
What? Yippee!
What was it, Spieler? What'd they get?
Not guilty. They found you.
I got off.
Get off this rap, Thompson, but your pals won't get off theirs. Cut it out, all of you. Don't try anything. We got enough Tommy guns to cut down a regiment.
What'd you do, Charlie? For the love of Pete, what'd you do?
I figured I was a gone pigeon, so I spilled my guts to the cops and brought him here.
Why, you dirty, filthy... Shut up, you.
For that lousy stoolie, I saved his life.
If I'd only known. If you'd only come back sooner. It's your fault, not mine. I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't stand it.
All right, on your feet, all of you. The wagon's waiting.
And all the time it was not guilty. All the time it was not guilty. All the time it was not guilty.
Crime does not pay. Richard Durr, who has starred as Charlie Thompson in Kangaroo Court, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Richard Durr.
It is a fact that every organization must have a set of rules or laws by which its members are governed. And lawbreakers, even the underworld of organized crime, are tried and if found guilty are punished swiftly. The law is always upheld. But it is a fact as well that there's no reason to wait for the gangs to punish their own offenders or for informers to assist society in the administration of its own law. All decent citizens, once they make use of their free voices in civic affairs, can ensure that society's laws are upheld, and that crime of all kinds is punished, that in the end, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Richard Durr. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime Does Not Pay.
Look at 'em shine and glitter, Art. Look at 'em shine.
That's a $50,000 glitter, baby. Ice. $50,000 worth of ice.
Gee, how I'd love to wear 'em, Art. Wouldn't they look gorgeous around my neck?
Like a rope, kid. You'd hang us both for sure if you ever wore those diamonds.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear What's in a Name, starring Helen Craig. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Helen Craig as Sophie Tarwell, alias Jane Costello, in What's in a Name. There is much truth in the old adage, no honor among thieves. There are only two successful methods of keeping thieves from falling out. One is a mutual interest in common gain. The other is force, the obey-or-die rule of organized crime. Sophie Tarwell and Art Sewell stayed together over the years because of common gain. These two had a method all their own. Sophie was the front with women, Art with the men. Their operation usually began as did the morning Sophie arrived at a very swank Florida hotel and said to the desk clerk,
May I register, please?
Oh, of course, miss, of course. Right here. And what kind of accommodations did you wish?
A small suite. Do you have one available?
We have a very nice parlor, bedroom, and bath on the east wing.
On the ocean?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's your registration card.
Thank you. Why, this is most extraordinary. We have a Jane Costello with us already. The famous stage star.
Well, that is interesting.
Yes.
I've heard of her, of course, but we've never met. Well, at last the paths of the namesakes cross.
It is strange, isn't it? And no relation?
No, none whatsoever.
Well, I hope you do meet one day. And here, front, please, front.
I want the manager. Is this the manager's office?
This is Martin Coswell speaking.
Mr. Coswell, something must be done about this at once. I'm not getting my mail, and that other Jane Costello is. Now, there must be some way of sorting the mail so that I won't read another woman's letters nor she mine.
Yes, we've noticed your previous complaints, Miss Costello, and mentioned the matter to the other Miss Costello. We're doing our best. Please be kind enough to give us a little more time.
I wish to see Mr. Coswell at once.
Yes, Miss Costello, of course, at once.
Miss Costello, at very long last.
Yes, I'm Jane Costello.
And so am I. Really, it's an honor to meet you, finally.
Thank you, Miss Costello.
Thank you, Miss Costello.
One has the oddest sensation of talking to oneself. Don't you feel that way?
No, I have only the name. You have the great talent, Miss Costello.
Thank you again, my dear. Really, you know, we'll have to do something about the mail.
Well, now that we've met, perhaps we ought to have breakfast together and open all the mail addressed to Jane Costello, side by side.
Except, of course, those letters with return addresses we recognize.
Exactly.
I see you ladies have met.
Yes, we have. And solved the whole muddle, Mr. Coswell.
Excellent. Leave it to the ladies, I always say.
Do you? Perhaps at the rate you're going, Mr. Coswell, you'd like us to run the hotel for you, too.
Jane, I think this has been one of the best months of my life.
The weather certainly has been pleasant.
The weather's always pleasant in Florida this time of the year. But it's finding a friend I'm talking about.
Thank you, Jane. You know, my dear, I've been on the stage a good many years. I've played in almost every city in the English-speaking world. But there are still very few people I can really call my friends.
Oh, I don't believe that. Well, I'm glad, Jane, that a coincidence of names helped us both find friends.
Am I wrong, darling, or do I detect a note of, farewell in your voice?
There is a little.
You're not leaving already. Why, it's only a month.
I know, Jane. A wonderful month.
Is it cash, darling? Because if it is,
nothing like that. In fact, I'm not even giving up my suite. I'll be back. But I hate to leave here, even for only a week or two.
Where are you going?
Well, that's just it. I'm not sure.
You sound so strange, dear.
Well, Jane, it's difficult to explain. My first stop is home. But, my sister isn't well, and she needs a dry climate, it seems. So I think I'll probably have to find a place in Arizona for her, and then take her there.
Oh, you poor dear.
Oh, I don't really need sympathy, Jane. And anyway, I'll be back in 3 or 4 weeks. I'll miss you. And our breakfast. I really will.
And I you. You're certain there's nothing I can do?
Well, there is the question of mail.
Shall I forward it home?
No, I won't be there long enough. But if you just accept anything that comes from me and hold it until I get back.
What a question. I'll be glad to, darling. I'm sure the management will see to it that I get all your letters anyway.
Mr. Métier.
Georges Mertier, madame, à votre service.
Mr. Métier, I'm looking for something really nice in the way of a necklace. You'll understand, I'm sure, the new evening gowns. One feels so bare without a fine necklace.
Of course, madame. Now, madame has some limit, perhaps.
Limit? Oh, you mean the price? None whatsoever, Mr. Métier. When the day comes that Jane Costello sees...
Madame Costello, I am desolate not to recognize the great star at once. 1,000 apologies. How can I serve you?
I'll trust you, Mr. Métier. Let me see what you think is right for me.
One moment, let me think. Yes, but of course. Jacques, tray 12 from the small safe at once. Vite.
Something really special, Mr. Métier?
You will see. A cascade of beauty that will take life from your beauty, madame. A piece made for a queen, made undoubtedly for you.
Mr. Métier, you outdo yourself.
Merci, Jacques, merci. Now, if madame will feast her eyes on this.
Oh, it's so beautiful, it takes my breath away.
Madame is most gracious. This I have designed myself.
And the price, Mr. Métier?
So that I may say my work is graced by madame's beauty, $50,000, madame.
That is a fortune.
Set in platinum, each stone emerald cut, the central pendant a flawless jewel, a perfect rose diamond of 20 carats.
You tempt me, Mr. Métier. You really do.
Madame will take it?
50,000. Yes, I'll take it.
And Madame wishes it delivered?
To my hotel, the Esplanade. If you'll just send it over.
Well, Madame will forgive me, but it is most necessary that I call the hotel on the telephone.
Well, you know me, Mr. Métier. Why?
The formality required by the insurance company, Madame. In these distressing times, so many impostors.
Do you think that I'm an impostor, Mr. Métier?
But of course not, Madame. Never. However, a record of such a telephone call there must be for the insurance. If Madame will forgive, I will call right here. Madame will see it is but a formality.
Oh, very well. If you must, you must.
1,000 thanks, Madame, for understanding.
Hotel Esplanade.
Office of the manager, if you please.
Thank you. I will ring the manager.
Arden Coswell speaking.
Monsieur Coswell, Georges Mertier here.
Oh, yes, Mertier the jeweler. Now, how are you?
In excellent health. And you?
Perfect. Now, what can I do for you, Mertier?
Well, here in my establishment is Madame Jane Costello. This, of course, is a formality, but Madame wishes a necklace delivered to her at your hotel. She is registered?
Of course.
But of course. And your safe is a satisfactory repository for gems such as this?
Safe as the Bank of England.
Thank you, Mr. Coswell. Thank you very much. Good day.
Glad to be of service. Goodbye.
All is well, of course, Madame, as we knew it would be. Our messenger will deliver the necklace before the day is over.
Mr. Coswell, I demand to know the meaning of this immediately.
Of what, Miss Costello? Is something wrong?
Wrong. Is anything right?
Now, please sit down, Miss Costello.
Sit down. When Mertier is threatening to sue me for $50,000 unless I produce a necklace they insist they sold me.
I don't quite follow.
$50,000. Where would I get $50,000 for something to wear around my neck? It's preposterous.
If you would start at the beginning, Miss Costello, I'd be most happy to help if I can.
Oh, yes. Yes, well, perhaps you don't know. Now then, listen. 2 weeks ago, I signed for a package addressed in my name. A package from Mertier. I ordered nothing, much less a $50,000 diamond necklace.
I remember now. George Mertier did call me something about your being registered here and was my safe a secure depository.
Apparently not me, Mr. Coswell. My so-called namesake.
She ordered
the necklace, exactly. I was taking her mail and packages while she went off to Arizona. Oh, something about a sister. 2 days after the package was delivered, she blew in. Told me she'd come for her mail. I gave her the mail and her package from Mertier. And I haven't seen or heard from her since. And Mertier has my signature on the receipt and they're demanding payment.
This is quite serious, Miss Costello. I wonder if you realize how serious.
Are you telling me this is not a mistake of some sort, Mr. Coswell?
It's no mistake, Miss Costello. It's one of the smoothest, slickest swindles ever perpetrated.
That woman? With my name, a thief?
Yes, Miss Costello. I'm sure she took your name only for the obvious purpose, and I'm equally sure this is a matter strictly for the police.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with What's in a Name. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Helen Craig as Sophie Tarwell, alias Jane Costello, in What's in a Name. Just a few miles geographically, but 1,000 miles socially from the Hotel Esplanade was a rooming house like 100,000 others across the country. Shabby, shoddy, and anonymous. Second floor rear looked out on the usual littered yard with its crisscross of wash lines. But the occupants of that room were not interested in the view. At the moment, Sophie Tarwell, alias Jane Costello, was interested in the man with her and...
Money. A lot at once. I want to bury my arms in the long green right up to the elbows.
Want to run through it in your bare feet, baby?
Yeah, that too. All my life it's been pennies and nickels, Art. When the rent was paid, it was worry over the groceries. When the grocer was paid, it was worry over the rent. Never enough money. I couldn't even finish commercial high school, Art. Did I ever tell you that? I couldn't learn shorthand and typing and get a decent job. I had to go into a mill because my father couldn't work, and my older brother wouldn't.
And then you met me, Sophie. We ain't done so bad, huh?
2 weeks now, Art. Haven't we waited long enough?
Could be. Matter of fact, I got a date with Fence Palmer today.
Can I go with you?
Not on your life, baby. You're hotter than a pistol this minute. They saw you. Nobody knows me.
Art, let me look at him once more.
Sure, baby, sure. Here. Yeah, I love the way they pack this stuff. On black velvet, huh?
Look at them shine and glitter, Art. Look at them shine.
That's a 50 grand glitter, baby. Ice. $50,000 worth of ice.
Gee, how I'd love to wear them, Art. Wouldn't they look gorgeous around my neck?
Like a rope, kid. You'd hang us both for sure if you ever wore them diamonds. There they are, Palmer. How do you like them?
Very pretty.
Pretty, is that all?
Yeah. I should get excited over diamonds.
Rose cut, the fella told Sophie himself.
Today, the demand is square cut.
Well, so what? You can't sell it like that. You got to break it up anyhow.
Just what I was thinking, Art.
All right. How much?
Now or after I sell them?
Both.
5 G's down, 20 more after I sell them.
Oh, you're nuts. That piece of stuff is worth 50 G's at least. That's what the
fella told Sophie himself. Yeah, I know.
That's what it was insured for, too.
When the insurance company is in it, you can't never get more than half price. Maybe less.
Give me the stuff. I don't let you have it for no 25.
Put it down, Art. I got a phone. I could get a reward from the insurance company. About 10 G's, maybe, without doing nothing but making a call.
Try it and see how long you live.
You ain't no big shot yet, Art. Not until you get the 25 G's. So don't talk about putting anybody away. Any more talk like that, I cut the price. Understand?
Okay. I get it. 25 G's. Sophie will be sore as a boil. She thinks she's going to have all of that to spend herself. Half ain't going to set so well with her.
What's the matter? You scared of the dame?
Me scared? What for?
Dames is tricky sometimes, especially when they get only half of what they expect.
Well, not Sophie. But she'll sure raise the roof.
You want the 5 now?
Natch. She sure will raise the roof.
In what book it says you got to give her anything? Here's your 5 G's, count it. I don't want to gyp nobody.
What do you mean, gotta give her anything?
Get smart, boy. You ever showing this deal yourself?
Planned it, that's all.
Okay. Ever use a telephone, son? Ever use a telephone?
Art, how much did you get?
$5 grand to start.
Let me see it. $5,000. In one place at one time.
Looks big, Sophie?
Awful big.
Wait till you see the other 20. Of course, we gotta wait for that until,
Only 20 more?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get it after Palmer breaks up the necklace and sells the stones.
You complete stupid idiot. 25,000.
Look, Sophie, that's all he'd give. He said he'd turn us in for the reward if I didn't leave it with him.
You and your honest sense. Me, I take the risk. I go and play high society and stick my neck out. And you sell me right down the river. 25 grand.
Well, no fence ever gives more than half the value.
Not for jerks like you, they don't.
I don't have to take this, Sophie, so shut up.
I will not. I stuck with you through all the penny ante jobs. Finally, we pull up a big one. But good. What happens? You dump it down the sewer, straight into the ash can.
Shut up, I said. Keep your tongue in your face.
Don't you dare talk to me like that.
I'll talk to you any way I please.
Where are you going? Answer me.
I'm going out. You'll be real lucky if I ever come back.
Larceny, Lieutenant Turner speaking.
You want something on a Costello-Mertier necklace?
Do we want... Hold the phone a minute.
Nah, you can't trace me. This is a paid telephone. You want the tip?
Who is this?
My name is Rockefeller. I buy diamonds all the time.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Rockefeller. Spill it.
The dame what did the job. She is second floor rear at 17-1/2 South Jackson Boulevard.
She got the rocks?
You nuts. I'm not that crazy.
Hello. Well, what do you know about that? A break for a change. A nice little break.
Art, you came back. Who are you?
Police, ma'am. What's your name?
I haven't done anything.
No, of course not. What's your name?
Sophie Tarwell. I haven't done anything.
Well, then, Miss Tarwell, I'm sure you won't mind taking a little ride with me and answering a few questions. Look, Sophie, I don't like this any more than you do.
Yeah, sure. That's what my father used to say before he whaled the tar out of me.
I mean it. I got a home to go to.
Lucky you.
Shut up. Don't interrupt me. Now, you're going to tell me, Sophie, all about the Mercier robbery. How you hijacked the necklace, where it went, who has it now.
I'd be very glad to assist the police if I could. They're always such gentlemen. Only it happens I don't have the least idea what you're talking about.
You've been identified, Sophie. While you've been sitting here in the squad room with me, you've been observed and positively identified as the woman who registered as the second Jane Costello.
I don't believe it. Anyhow, an identification like that would never stand up in court. I want a lawyer. I won't talk until I see a lawyer.
We can hold you 24 hours, Sophie, without a lawyer, and we will. You see that little window up there?
So what?
You've been viewed and identified through that little window.
Prove it.
I will. All right, send one of them in. Oh, Mr. Coswell, thank you for helping us.
Lieutenant, I made the identification. Is this absolutely necessary?
I'm afraid so. Miss Tarwell here's rather stubborn. It seems she needs convincing.
Who's this guy?
You know me, Miss Tarwell. I was present when you met the real Jane Costello. I saw you in our hotel daily in your masquerade. The circumstances were sufficiently extraordinary that I would remember you a long, long time.
How much is the insurance company paying you to say that?
Not one penny. Nothing will be paid anyone unless the necklace is recovered.
You're wasting your time. Go on back to your bellhop and your potted palms. I never saw you in my life.
Thank you, Mr. Coswell. Will you send in the next witness, please?
Yes, naturally.
It is a parade. Where's the brass band?
You're a fool, Sophie. Come clean and I'll give you a break.
No cop ever gave anybody a break.
Lieutenant, I simply do not wish to have to face this woman.
Here she is, Mr. Mercier. You know her, don't you?
It is impossible that ever I will forget. So charming, so handsome, and a common thief.
Sing it, Frenchie. Nobody's proved anything. Call me names and I'll sue you for slander.
Heaven forbid. I may go, please, Lieutenant.
All right, Mercier. And send in the next one, will you, please?
Merci, Lieutenant. I'm happy if I have been observed.
Who's next, Lieutenant? The King of England?
Oh, cut it out, Sophie. You'll never beat this rap, and you know it by now.
What seems to be the trouble, Lieutenant? This woman is bright enough to know she's caught?
It gets me, Miss Costello. Unless she thinks she's got a chance.
I've got every chance.
You know you haven't. It's in your eyes.
Never mind what's in my eyes.
May I, Lieutenant?
Help yourself, ma'am.
You're a fool, Sophie. No man is worth 10 to 20 years of a woman's life in prison.
This isn't a play. Stop dramatizing it, Miss Costello.
Afraid, my dear, if it were a play, the critics would pan it. It's no longer fashionable on Broadway for a woman to protect her man. Nor in real life when the man isn't worth it.
Think you're pretty bright, don't you?
No. Not very. But I'm sure you're not a fool, Sophie. No woman who was a fool could carry off the performance you gave in my suite every morning for a month. I don't make friends with fools, Sophie.
Leave me alone, will you? I made my bed, I'll lie in it. Alone.
But why, Sophie? For the man who turned you in?
Nobody turned me in. Nobody.
Why don't you tell her, Lieutenant?
We picked you up on a tip, Sophie. A telephone call from a pay station. From a man.
No. No. You're making it up. You're trying to get me to say things I won't say. I won't. I won't.
That's the truth. Who knew where you were? Who knew you were second floor, rear 17 and a half South Jackson Boulevard?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
But he did. You know he did. Your heart says no, Sophie, but your brains say yes. Who is he, Sophie? Where's the necklace?
His name is Art Sewell. We've been together for years. I know every job he's ever pulled. I don't know where he is. But you'll find him now. I know that.
And the necklace, Sophie?
A fence. Palmer. The lieutenant will know where to find him. Art took it to him today. They couldn't have broken it up yet.
All right, Lieutenant.
A woman with a woman, Miss Costello.
It's so beautiful. Stones are like fire and ice. I should have worn it once anyway. Like fire and ice, made for a queen. They mustn't break it up. They mustn't. Stop them, Lieutenant. Don't let them spoil it. Please don't let them spoil it. It's too beautiful. Like fire and ice. Like fire and ice.
Crime does not pay. Helen Craig, who starred as Sophie Tarwell in What's in a Name, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Helen Craig.
I think it's pretty clear that Sophie Tarwell was one of those unfortunate people who feel that they have the right to use their wits in any way they can. She wasn't born a criminal. She was made one by lack of training and opportunity to use her talents. When we, people like you and me, have seen to it that everyone receives training and opportunities within his or her ability, crimes like Sophie's will disappear. That will happen because, truthfully, the wrong way of life is always the hard way in the end. Inevitably, one way or another, the offender learns, as Sophie and Art did, that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Helen Craig. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime does not pay.
What do you think, Faithful? Think? About what? About me going to Chicago and leaving Jimmy here.
He's old enough to take care of himself.
Is he? The night don't look like it's for my money.
So what? It ain't no skin off in your nose.
Me and Jimmy grew up together. What I done, he done. We've been through a lot together.
Well, you ain't married to the dumb jerk.
Look, when two guys have been friends...
look, Rick, you go to Chicago, you get big. Real big. Things being the way they are out there. So you come back. So you do big things for Jimmy here, if that's what you want.
Yeah, and while I'm away...
So he'll have to protect himself.
That's it. Protection. I can fix that for him. And any mug that moves in on Jimmy Bassett is gonna be in for a rough time.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Thick as Thieves, starring Everett Sloan. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Everett Sloan as Ricky Carpenter in Thick as Thieves. It began, of course, in a slum. Ricky Carpenter and Jimmy Bassett were born there, grew up there. On the way between birth and manhood, Ricky learned many things. Jimmy, just a few. By the time young manhood arrived, Rick was Jimmy's hero, his pal, his habit. To Rick, Jimmy was a habit, period. But neither of them thought about it that way. They thought of themselves as friends, inseparable, completely necessary to each other, no matter what the job was that had to be done. Then, for jobs needing 3 operators, Faithful Hill made it a trio.
You sure you know this mark, Jimmy?
Like a brother, Rick. Almost like I know you.
He's doing you minute, ain't he?
Yeah. Rick,
Yeah?
can I use a gun tonight? Just once, can I?
Not tonight.
I won't miss him. Nobody can miss him. Not at this range.
No, you finger him. That's your job. Faithful will drive. I'll use the piece, period.
Okay. I only asked.
You said 1 a.m. Okay, it's that now.
How much longer? My leg's got a cramp holding down a clutch. Not much longer. Here he is, Rick. Just turn the corner.
Fancy pants, ain't he? Almost ashamed to put a hole in that zoot suit.
What are you waiting for, Rick?
Christmas. I want to give your friend a present.
This ain't no time for jokes.
Shut up, Jimmy. That ties it. Let's ride, Faithful.
You said it.
Take it easy, Faithful, and watch the traffic lights. We don't want no tickets now.
Right. Well, it's sure nice shooting, Ricky. Pretty.
Yeah, like we learned at PS9, Jimmy. Wait till you see the whites of their eyes. Or was that Bunker Hill?
I don't remember. Was it? Yeah, it was. What now, Rick?
You take the 4th Street trolley home.
What are you going to do?
Oh, my chauffeur is going to drive me to the 10th Street line, and I'll meet you at the room.
Can I go with you, Rick?
Now, look, kid, get smart. How many times have I got to tell you? When we do a job, we don't let nobody see us together. And if the flat fee checked the landlady, she can say she heard us come in separate.
Oh. Sorry, Rick. 4th Street coming up.
You got car fare, Jimmy?
Oh, yeah, sure. And enough for a couple of beers.
Let me see.
Here. Hey, that's my beer money.
You keep the car fare, that's all.
Gee whiz, Rick. Just a glass of beer.
No, you know what beer does to your tongue. It grows a mile. Okay, Jimmy, on your way.
Okay, Ricky. You're right, like always. See you at the room. Let's see you, Faithful.
Right, see you.
Go, Rick.
Go.
Think you take your right trolley?
Only one on 4th Street. Lets him off a block from the room.
You take everything.
I got her. He'll get good and lost.
What about Chicago?
We're going. You and me.
And him?
Nah, we talked. He's scared of a new city.
And Harry ain't scared?
He says not. Anyway, he knows how the streets run.
Ain't that something?
What do you think, Faithful?
Think? About what?
About me going to Chicago and leaving Jimmy here.
Yeah, he's old enough to take care of himself.
Is he? Tonight don't look like it for my money.
So what? It ain't no skin off in your nose.
Me and Jimmy grew up together. What I done, he done. We've been through a lot together.
But you ain't married to the dumb jerk.
Look, when 2 guys been friends...
Nah, I don't know. Look, Rick. You go to Chicago, you get big. Real big. Things being the way they are out there. So you come back. So you do big things for Jimmy here, if that's what you want.
Yeah, and while I'm away...
So he'll have to protect himself.
That's it. Protection. I can fix that for him. And any mug that moves in on Jimmy Bassett is going to be in for a rough time.
Rick Carpenter's here.
Let him in.
All right, Carpenter. In here.
Real formal, ain't you, Masters?
Could be. What's on your mind, Carpenter?
Jimmy Bassett.
Trouble?
So long as I'm out of trouble, so is Jimmy. Till now.
What's the matter, you 2 lovebirds scrapping? You want me to have Hank here do a job on him?
Save the jokes. What I want is just the opposite. I'm pulling out, heading west.
You and Horace Greeley. Can't say I'm sorry.
I didn't think you would be. Dividing territory is okay, but someday one guy wants it all. That's trouble. I figure Chicago's ripe for picking. You can have this burg.
Thanks. What about Bassett?
He ain't going with me.
Well, that's news.
Yeah, I figured it would be. Also, it's getting known around. And there's characters around that would figure they'd be hitting me if they took care of Jimmy.
Ain't that the truth? So what?
So plenty. Jimmy ain't so good at thinking things out. But in easy territory, he can handle.
Go on.
I want you to give him territory, where the pickings are pretty good, but where he won't have no trouble, with the law or otherwise.
What am I, a wet nurse?
No, not exactly. But you're going to protect Jimmy on account of I'm letting you have my share of this town from here on. You got a deal?
Did you think we didn't?
No. But make a note, Masters. Anybody touches Jimmy Bassett pays off to me.
You want to see me, Mr. Masters?
Yeah, sit down.
Thanks.
You know Hank Carter, don't you?
Sure. Hi, Hank. Good enough. What do you want me for, Mr. Masters? Ain't I been doing good?
Okay. Not so good as Rick in Chicago, but okay.
Yeah. He's doing terrific, huh?
You hear the latest, Jimmy?
No, what?
The two big shots out there. They got doing some shooting.
Nothing happened to Rick?
Nothing, except he's rolling the roast. He's cocking a walk out there.
I always knew Rick would be big boss someday.
Yeah, that's why we sent for you.
I don't want to go out there. I like it here.
Sure, and you've been doing fine here. So good, we want to give you new territory.
Thanks, Mr. Masters. I sure appreciate that.
We figure you're the man to handle the waterfront.
You moving in on Pineapple Johnson's district?
Either that or he moves on us.
Fellow me figure you're the man to do it. You really think so?
Of course we do. After all, everybody knows you're Rick's best friend. And him being so big now, nobody's nuts enough to get wise with you.
I get it. You mean Rick ain't even here, but he's looking after me anyways, huh?
Right the first time. You want the territory?
I always wanted a job like this. Boy, oh boy. Will Rick be proud of me now?
Hi, fella.
Hi.
Jimmy Bassett, ain't you?
Right the first time, pal. Who you?
Name's Johnson. Pineapple Johnson.
Hey, I'm glad I ran into you. I've been looking for you.
That's so?
Yeah. Look, I just want to tell you Phil Masters sent me down here. I should take over. You can still operate, but you got to pay off.
Look, you nuts or something?
Me? No. Why?
You know who you're talking to?
You said you was Pineapple Johnson, didn't you?
Look, are you smarter than you look or as dumb as you sound?
Who's dumb? I told you, that's all.
I didn't hear you with my own ears. I wouldn't believe it. Don't you know what happens to little boys like you? They talk to me like this.
Nothing happens. Leastways, nothing happens to me.
Oh, got a bulletproof vest or something?
Don't like 'em. Uncomfortable. Anyways, I don't need one. I got a friend.
I know. In Chicago. I got a friend, too. Right here. See?
Yes, nice-looking piece. 38?
45. Makes a nice hole. Nice big hole.
I'd like to see it sometime.
A time like the present, I always say. You ever see a hole like that, Jimmy boy? In anybody's belly?
Ricky. Oh, Ricky.
Oh, nuts. They even put dogs out of their misery. And that's that. Too bad, Jimmy boy. Your pal was too far away to help you that time.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Thick as Thieves. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Everett Sloane as Rick Carpenter in Thick as Thieves. Word travels quickly on the grapevine of the underworld Before the Chicago newspapers carried their brief stories on inside pages of a gang killing on the waterfront of another city, Rick Carpenter knew that Jimmy Bassett was dead. He came back to his native city with just Faithful Hill for company in style. Rick came back in time to join Phil Masters as one of the chief mourners at Jimmy's funeral.
Some funeral, eh, Rick?
Yeah. Nice flowers.
Notice the casket? Solid bronze, silver handles.
I noticed.
5 G's I laid out.
So was Jimmy. Laid out. This our car?
Yep. You and me and the driver.
You and me and Faithful and the driver.
You mind if Hank rides in the first car, too?
Why not? Okay, Faithful.
Right, boss.
Hank, no. Not with the driver. On a jump seat like Faithful.
You said it, Phil.
Well, Phil,
Well, what?
you done anything about Pineapple and his mob?
Haven't had the manpower yet.
You don't need manpower when you use choppers.
We ain't up to those modern Chicago methods around here.
Not yet.
Look, I'll handle this, Rick.
Like you handled Jimmy?
I figured nobody touched him.
You figured.
Kind of he was your pal.
So you let my pal go down to the waterfront alone without even a piece on him?
How should I know he'd be dumb enough to...
Shut up. It's like murder.
Look, Rick, the mark is dead. Nothing you can do about that.
He wouldn't be dead if you protected him like I said. I told you what to do.
You're out of your territory, Rick. You tell him in Chicago, I tell him here.
Maybe you told Pineapple, too.
I told him nothing. But when I'm ready, Pineapple will be told plenty.
You think he'll be able to hear you by that time, Phil? You think he'll be able to hear you?
Say, Lieutenant.
Yeah, Leo?
We got company.
Not the first time.
You won't believe this till you see him. Rick Carpenter.
What? That hoodlum hasn't been in this station house since he was picked up for swiping apples when he was a kid.
Yeah, well, you should see him now. Diamond on his little finger, silk shirt with French cuffs, no less.
This I gotta see. Call him in.
All right, Carpenter. Lieutenant Cantrell will see you. Wow, so it's Lieutenant Cantrell now, huh?
So it is. What's on your mind, Carpenter?
Well, you might ask a man to sit down when he brings information.
You, a stoolie? Spill it, Rick.
You want the character who got Jimmy Bassett?
Pineapple Johnson?
Oh, you know.
We know more than you give us credit for. You got any evidence? The slugs from Pineapple's gun, for instance.
I know Phil Masters sent Jimmy into that territory.
You call that evidence?
In other words, you ain't interested.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Rick. We're interested, but we can wait. After all, when you mugs shoot each other, why should we waste the taxpayers' time settling your quarrels for you?
Okay, I get it. You ain't interested. See you, Cantrell.
Sure. If you're looking for Johnson, he hangs out with his mob at the High Hat Club.
Oh, is that so, Lieutenant? You do know a few things, don't you? Thanks.
Of all the gall. Of all the colossal gall.
Wish to check your hat, sir?
No, thanks. I don't believe in buying back what I paid for once. I want a good table.
You have a reservation?
No, so what?
I'll do my best for you, sir. This way, please.
Right behind you.
This be all right, sir?
It's too far back. There's a fin in it for you if you let me have that table next to the dance floor.
Was that for 6 people?
A fin, I said.
Very well, this way. Here you are, sir.
Fine. And for you?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, waiter. Over there. That party at 10 just across the floor. Is that Mr. Johnson's party?
Yes, sir. That's his usual table.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Well, don't stand there and stare. Scram, will you?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Hey, Johnson! You there! Piney Johnson!
Hey, you come? Watch it, boys. It's Carpenter.
You bet it's Carpenter. I thought you'd like to know where you got it from. You and your boys! Shut up. Get out of my way. You want what Johnson got? Get out of my way.
paper, eh?
Yeah. Wondered if you did.
Lone gunman kills 5 in flare-up of gang war. Well, looks like we take over the waterfront with no trouble. No trouble at all.
Rick?
Who else? Rick and Jimmy. They sure were thick as thieves.
I've been meaning to ask you, Phil. Did you send Jimmy down there on purpose?
Not exactly. But Rick was getting kind of big. There's not much sense in having another boss's pal working for you, is there?
Smart. Smart, Phil.
Ah, well, pineapple's out of the way. Rick's satisfied. We can forget the whole deal. Any mail?
Nothing. Oh, yeah, this was at the door, that's all.
It's like a Christmas card.
In October?
Post office always tells you to mail early, don't they? Let's see. Well, what do you know about this? Christmas greetings. Thought you'd like to have this now because it's the last Christmas card you'll ever get.
Who signed it?
Who do you suppose?
Rick?
Rick.
Remember the last job we did in this town, Faithful?
The one Jimmy fingered first?
Yeah, that's the one. The night I took his beer money away. The dope. The crazy dope.
Yeah, I remember. You made him take the 4th Street car so he wouldn't get lost.
I should have made him come to Chicago with us.
Now, quit blaming yourself, boss. One way or another, he's bound to get it. His kind always do.
I could have protected him. I shouldn't have trusted that bum Masters.
Ah, cut it out. Boss, you can't bring Jimmy back.
No, but I can sure give him company.
See why you don't hire this job out.
Not this one.
Even with the chopper, broad daylight, it's dangerous.
Not for me, it ain't. And I want to see them die. That's all. I want to see them die.
Well, you ain't got long to wait. Looks like Master's car coming this way. There, up the street.
Like he owned the town, right down the middle of the street.
Suppose he got your card?
Sure he did. Think the government don't do its job?
Yeah, I suppose. When do I roll, boss? As soon as you let him have it?
No, not till I tell you. I want to be sure I didn't miss. Hold everything now.
What are you waiting for, Rick?
You know me. Whites of their eyes, like I told Jimmy. Like a sitting duck, just like a sitting duck. So this town never heard a chopper before. Well, it's a first time for everything. Hold that clutch, Faithful. Roll, Faithful. How's that for shooting, Faithful? If I didn't get him cold with the slugs, nobody will live through that crack-up.
Yeah, me. Get him both ways. Where to, boss?
The florist, where I ordered that wreath. And then the cemetery. We're going to visit with Jimmy before we leave town.
It's a beautiful mess, Lieutenant.
Oh, Leo. Yes, very beautiful. So were Phil Masters, Hank Carter, and their driver.
Accident?
Not quite, Leo. Phil's head was shot half off. Hank got it in the chest. Driver died in the crack-up.
Any witnesses?
The usual. But all the neighbors agreed it was a machine gun.
First time around here. Well, nobody will miss them pigeons. Anything to work on or the usual?
Christmas card in Master's pocket.
Christmas card for the
Yeah.
I see. Carpenter.
Thought you were detailed at Salem.
I was. Came over here as soon as we got the flash on the radio.
How come?
I lost Carpenter.
When? Where?
I tailed him into a florist shop. He came out, got in the car. Hill was driving. We tried to follow. The cab cut in front, and we lost him.
Florist shop. What's he got he needs flowers for?
A dame, I suppose.
Was he carrying anything when he came out? A box, maybe?
No, not a thing.
Then he ordered something, probably something too big to carry, or something that had to be made up for him.
Too big. Like a wreath, maybe?
Wreath. That's it. Let's go, Leo.
Where to?
Out in the country a ways. Get on the radio. We're going to need reinforcements.
All right, Faithful. Wait here.
Why don't we just drive in?
Only funerals are allowed to drive in. Visitors walk.
Can't I come too?
I want to do this alone. Leaks come heavy. I won't be long.
Don't be, will you, Rick? These places give me the willies.
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
Do you know your way in here, sir?
Yeah?
May I ask what grave you're visiting?
Any of your business?
It's customary to ask for permission at the office, sir.
I don't need permission. It's the Bassett grave, if you gotta know.
Oh, I see. Very well, sir.
What do you see?
Just an expression, sir. It's just over there.
I said I knew, didn't I? Now beat it. Leave me alone.
Yes, sir, of course. Sorry if I...
I brought some flowers, Jimmy, and... Well, I thought I ought to tell you before I go back to Chicago. They all got it, Jimmy. Every one of them. So you got company. I gave it to them myself, just to be sure. Johnson and his mob, Phil, Hank... Every one of them.
Caretaker, you heard him say it himself.
Oh, yes, Lieutenant, I heard him.
Why, you lousy cop! Not even in the cemetery.
We got your call. Jimmy didn't hear you, but we did.
Hey, Faithful, start the engine. I'm coming out.
Faithful's been taken care of, Carpenter. You went for the wreath, so we outguessed you and got here first. And our friend, the caretaker, made sure you went to the right place.
Yeah, the right place for you and your whole stinking outfit.
Watch it. Let him have it. No place to hide out here, Carpenter.
Who wants to hide? Are you okay, Lieutenant?
Nice shooting. That ground is awful hard when you hit it as fast as we did.
Is he dead?
Nobody lives with that much lead in him. All right, Leo. We'll drop him at the morgue. Too bad, isn't it? We can't leave him right here.
Crime does not pay. Everett Sloan, who was starred as Rick Carpenter in Thick as Thieves, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Everett Sloan.
There have been many classic friendships in the history of our civilization, and many of them have meant much to the progress of mankind in many fields. The friendship of Ricky Carpenter and Jimmy Bassett might have developed that way, for good rather than evil, if when they were boys they had been given proper direction, training, opportunity. But society failed in that respect. And while both young men lost their lives, society was the loser too, losing by two minds which might have done better things. It follows, then, that not only for the criminal in cases like this, but also for the rest of us, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Everett Sloan. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkus. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime Does Not Pay.
Boy, oh boy, some party, huh, Maggie?
Was it? I hadn't noticed.
Just terrific, baby.
Well, let's see now. This is Friday. Seems to me we had the same party, except for my little invention, every night this week.
Oh, but that invention, Maggie, you're a genius. Just like me.
Okay, genius. Then how about figuring some way to have some real fun?
There's nothing wrong with this layout. Everybody thinks it's swell.
Everybody but me. I want out. And fast.
Ah, come on to bed, Maggie. You'll feel better in the morning.
I hate the country. I hate staying in one spot. I promise you, Joe, I won't feel better in the morning.
Yes, you will. Come on, let's hit the hay.
Better get this straight, Joey. I don't want to hit the hay. I want to see the world.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Ingenious Woman, starring Barbara O'Neill. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Barbara O'Neill as Maggie Davis in Ingenious Woman. They were riding high. Joe Davis had the perfect layout. A huge house on a back road within reach of a good-sized city, but still isolated. The gang loved it, from Joe himself all the way down the line to Snoopy Stark, who just drove the getaway cars. Yes, they all loved it, even Joe's wife, Maggie, or so it seemed. And their parties were something to talk about out there where noise and general rowdyism couldn't disturb any neighbor.
Hey, Maggie, how's about a smooch, eh?
Stop it, Hotshot. You're not funny when you're like this.
Oh, come on, Maggie. Joey won't mind.
He better mind.
Well, naturally I mind. What do I mind?
Oh, you go away, too.
You hear that, Hotshot? Is that a way to treat a one and only husband?
One and only's right. When they made you, they took one look and gave up in disgust.
What's with you, Maggie? This is a swell party.
Yeah, sure. Exactly like the party last night, and the night before that, and the night before that.
So what?
So plenty. I'm bored.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. Wait a minute. Maggie's bored. Make her laugh. Oink, 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 oink.
Not very funny.
You got any ideas?
Your turn, Maggie.
Hey, ideas. Who's got ideas?
Yeah, let me hear the ideas. Who's got it?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have an idea.
You got an idea?
You want to play a new game?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now listen.
I'm game.
While you gentlemen have been sleeping your days away, little Maggie's been busy.
So that's why I can't get into the library.
Well, I picked the library, dear, because there's nothing in it you'd care to read anyway.
Yes, no comic books. Very funny. Go ahead, Maggie.
Well, who wants to be it?
What is it, blind man's buff?
No way. Who's it?
Well, how's about we flip for it, huh? Odd man. And no two-headed coin.
Yeah.
All right, when I say three, fellas. 1, 2, 3.
Tails.
Tails. Me too. I'm in, I guess. Heads.
Well, then come along with Mama.
To the library?
To the library. The rest of you stay here till I call you.
Okay.
Hey, where's your light?
No lights. You're not supposed to see. And I don't have to.
Just like post office when I was a kid.
Yes, dear. Just. Now sit down, Eager.
Where?
Here. That's a good boy.
Hey, it's an armchair.
Hold the arms. Good. Now, one side.
What you doing, Maggie?
Now, the other side.
Hey, what's the idea?
And the legs.
I got it. That made me feel like I was getting a hot seat.
Now, the latest sachet chapeau for Eager's lovely head.
Oh, Maggie, let me out of there.
And last, the lights.
Hey, it is a hot seat.
All right, boys.
Hey, what's the matter?
You want to be with me?
Hey, he's cute, all strapped in. Don't he look natural? This for the Brooklyn job or that one in Florida?
Make her let me out of this. Come on, Maggie, let me out. This feels like maybe it works.
You want to see?
Hey, can you beat that, Dave?
Hey, Maggie, let him out of that chair.
Why? A good tickle never hurt anybody. I had to give shock treatments to nuts, even.
You're not
You
kidding.
see, I rigged it to the wall plug.
Maggie, don't do it.
What, and spoil my fun? Of course not. Well, here we go, boys.
Hey, Maggie, don't.
Yeah! Oh, that didn't hurt, did it? You want another little tickle, Eager?
Hey, that's terrific, huh? Hey, Maggie, you're really something.
What a nice ear, what a nice ear. Hey, fellas, get me out of here.
Hey, look at him jump. Give it to him, Maggie.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, this is just like the real thing. Hit him again, Maggie. Hit him again. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, boys. Okay, Eager's had enough. Now, who wants to try my little invention next?
Boy, oh boy, some party, huh, Maggie?
Was it? I hadn't noticed.
Just terrific, baby.
Let's see now. This is Friday. Seems to me we had the same party, except for my little invention, every night this week.
Oh, but that invention, Maggie, you're a genius. Like me.
Okay, genius. Then how about figuring some way for us to have some real fun?
Oh, what's wrong with this layout? Everybody thinks it's swell.
Everybody but me. I want out, and fast.
Ah, come on to bed, Maggie. You'll feel better in the morning.
I hate the country. I hate staying in one spot. I promise you, Joe, I won't feel better in the morning.
Yes, you will. Come on, let's hit the hay.
You better get this straight, Joey. I don't want to hit the hay. I want to see the world.
All of a sudden, the world.
All of a sudden, nothing. Before we got married, you promised me trips, cars, and clothes. And what have I got? 12-room hole in the country and no place to get dressed up for if I had the clothes.
All right. So what, where, and how?
Well, now look, Joe. You could let the boys keep house here, you see. We've got the passports. We never used them. We could get a couple of visas for England, hop a plane, and be over there in no time.
You got it all figured, haven't you?
Well, of course. You think all I do with my time is figure out how to build phony electric chairs?
Say, Mrs. Davis, having you over here is both a pleasure and a profit.
Well, thank you, Albert. You're sweet.
Of course, we've had our own methods of operation, but you Americans are most efficient. Yes, quite.
What is it here, Lennon? Your caps on the slow side?
Not at all, Davis. Manpower shortage, the war and all.
Well, the pickings ought to be terrific.
Not quite that, Mrs. Davis, but good enough.
Well, what's holding you back? Hot cars ought to let you plenty, if you have an organization.
We have the organization, but so has Harry Layton.
Who's that?
Well, Harry controls the south of England. He's been expanding his activities in our direction.
Well, why don't you stop him?
His gunners are as good as ours. We aren't especially anxious to have any of our boys hurt.
Hey, you gotta take chances sometimes.
In this racket, you don't have to.
We'd be very happy to listen to a suggestion, Mrs. Davis.
Now, take it easy, Maggie.
You boys ever rig a torpedo under a hood?
Well?
Never heard of it.
Me either. You'd be so good, Mrs. Davis.
Well, it's really quite simple. All you need, basically, are a few sticks of dynamite and some wire.
Since the war explosives are plentiful, your American factories sent us some marvelous supplies.
Kind of underground Marshall Plan, you might call it.
Fair enough. Well, now then, this is the way you might do it. First, you'd have to have access to your friend Harry's car.
Simple enough.
And then you have your torpedo ready with a primer that'll go off on a 6-volt battery.
If you can see, connect the primer to the battery.
Blow yourself up? No. Connect it under the car's hood to the terminals of the ignition switch.
That's my wife, fellas, the electrical wizard.
Which is the feminine of that word, Joey?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Go ahead, teacher.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Friend Harry turns on his ignition, boom. No more car. No more Harry. And no more competition.
Might be worth a try. Think so, Al?
Worth a try. I'll say so. And quite efficient. Yes, most efficient. In a true American fashion.
That you, Joe?
Right. Well, the boys did it, Maggie. Every one of those silly London news hawks with the sandwich signs, you know.
What about them?
Special. Get your special edition. Gang warfare. Harry Layton goes up in smoke. Okay. Hold everything. Yeah?
Sergeant Detective Rivers, CID. May I come in?
CID, what's that?
Come right in, Sergeant. CID. Why, that's Scotland Yard, isn't it?
Yes, madam. Quite correct. I assume you are Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Davis?
And what if we are?
There are no ifs about it, Mr. Davis. We've been with you, shall we say, since your arrival here in England.
Well.
Yes, madam. I dropped by to advise you we've taken James Lennon into custody. We expect very shortly to apprehend Albert Maxwell.
And what's that got to do with us?
Nothing, I trust. However, we do know of your contacts with the parties in question, and we regret to inform you that the Foreign Office finds it necessary to cancel your visas at once. They have so informed your ambassador. We expect you to act accordingly as soon as transportation is available, or we shall have to take you in charge. Good day, sir. Madam.
What was he yakking about?
Oh, don't you get it, dimwit? Start packing. In plain American, we've been given the heave-ho. Right out of dear old London.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Ingenious Woman. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Barbara O'Neill as Maggie Davis in Ingenious Woman. While Maggie packed their trunks and bags, Joe Davis tried for space on planes leaving England. There was none available. Joe tried the big ocean liners. Joe tried the smaller passenger vessels. Joe and Maggie finally arrived in Miami, Florida, aboard a grimy freighter. Maggie did not permit Joe to forget that voyage for a long time.
50 square feet of deck for 15 days. That's all we had. 50 square feet of rolling deck. And the food and that stupid first mate.
All right. I heard it all before.
Yeah, and you'll hear it again. Great brain. Oh, we had the passports. No one will check us. Don't get new ones under phony names. So Scotland Yard tails us from the minute we got off that plane.
Now listen, it was your idea. The passports, I mean.
Not after I thought about it, it wasn't.
Who wanted to see the world? Well, you saw it. London, Liverpool, and every lousy port in the West Indies until we hit here. Don't you complain. Me, I'm glad to be back in a country where people talk American.
All the good it does. A third-rate, broken-down flea bag they call a hotel. Not even on the beach. The city of Miami on the wrong side of Biscayne Bay.
This joint is perfect for my operations.
Your What now, lame brain?
It may interest you, Mrs. Lame Brain, that I'm taking over the bookies in this burg.
Oh, and buying a half interest in the racetrack, no doubt.
Could be someday.
Someday? When?
Snoopy and Eager are coming down.
Oh, tell me when. I want to rig another little electric chair for little Eager.
Day after tomorrow. And leave the chairs alone.
Don't worry about that. Eager will be afraid to sit down around here. What's your plan?
Well, frankly, dearest, it's none of your business.
Now, look, as long as I'm married to you...
This is one operation I'm running my way.
You know Big Jim Palmer runs the rackets around here?
So what? I'll cut him down to size. Stick around, Maggie. You'll see fireworks before the winter's over. Okay, Eager. That's the jerk on the corner.
Right. Hold the phone.
We'll show him, huh, Snoopy?
Yeah, we'll show him, boss.
Hey, you taking the bets around here?
What if I am?
Joey Davis takes his cut direct.
You working for Joey?
I don't kid about that. Joey's sitting right in the car this time to back me up. Pay. 10%.
Says you. Here's the pigeon, fella. Hey, Joey, it's a frame.
Yeah, get going. Wait. Where's Eager?
Eager's dead. Didn't you see him get it in the head? Now drive before they cut us to pieces. Hey, Maggie. Hey, give me a hand. Snoopy's hurt.
Hurt bad? Where's Eager?
Eager's dead. They opened up on us with a chopper.
My arm, it's broke, I tell you. My arm, it's
Come on,
broke.
put Snoopy on the couch. Get his jacket off.
Yeah.
You and your half interest in racetracks. What'd you do? Try to take a bookie in broad daylight?
Yeah, I figured it'd scare the pants off a big How'd you know?
I know you, dummy.
My arm.
Oh, it's not so bad. Only a flesh wound. Well, you followed here?
How would I know? We just beat it.
Oh, that ties it. You botched it again. I'll start packing, bright boy, while I tie up your boyfriend here before he bleeds to death. In a minute. Oh.
Hello, Maggie. Remember me?
Well, nobody forgets Jim Palmer.
Right. Except maybe that bake brain you married.
What's your spiel?
Still sticking to him, kid? You want a job with me?
I said, what's your spiel?
Joey here?
He's out. Looking for a drugstore. Hey, is anything open on Sunday in Philadelphia?
My eyes are. Wide enough to see a character in town I want out of town. Tell Joey when he comes back. You got 24 hours to scram out of Philly. Or it'll be as unhealthy around here as a certain street corner in Miami.
I sure miss Snoopy. Don't you, Maggie?
Yeah, like a hole in the head.
He's probably having himself a time on that farm.
Uh-huh. If there is a farm.
Oh, there is. I saw pictures of it once. And his uncle and aunt.
Good place for Snoopy. For the pigs.
Ah, can't you ever say anything decent about anybody?
Why should I? What have I got? Except you?
Ah, nuts. I'm going out.
Where?
Out. I'll tell you after I've been there.
Maggie, my girl. You soft in the head, sticking with this jerk. Oh, quick trip.
Hey, Maggie. Two of Jim's boys, Rod Stabbers and Shiv Hines, across the street.
Oh, what are they doing? Waiting for a streetcar?
No. For me.
Say, you got the shakes. Jim chases out of Miami and Philly, not New York.
Well, I didn't tell you. I got a message. Out of New York, too. I thought we could maybe hide out.
You what? With what? Where's my hat?
Hey, where are you going?
To the movies. There's a swell gangster picture up the block.
Oh, no, Maggie, cut it out. You can't leave me alone.
Oh, they won't try anything here. Too many witnesses. Anyhow, they'll wait for night. Stay here, crumb bum. Maybe I'll think of something to get you out of this.
Oh, Maggie, no, have a heart. Maggie!
Which one of you is Rod Status?
Who wants to know?
I'm Maggie Davis.
Yeah? Pleased to meet you. This here is Shiv Hines.
Hello, Shiv.
Yeah.
I understand you boys have an interest in my husband.
You might call it that. The boss has.
I know. I saw him in Philly.
Offer you a job?
He did?
The boss likes his dames grown up.
Meaning exactly what?
You don't play with kids.
I'm not a kid.
You'll do. Too bad your guy ain't got brains to match your looks.
I'm beginning to feel that way myself.
Yeah? Why don't you ditch him?
I promised my mother I'd never get a divorce.
Is that all? Forget it. And look, lady, for a dame whose guy is on the spot, you sure are taking up time with the wrong people.
Am I, Rod?
Ain't you?
Maybe not. Maybe the job you fellas have to do works two ways.
So what?
So maybe there's a quiet little place around here we could go and talk.
What about?
Things like husbands, knives. You like to talk about knives, don't you, Shiv? here, Rod.
The boss said okay.
Good. Now, you won't nuff this now. I've had enough botched jobs to last me a lifetime.
Don't worry about that. All right, start talking.
You go in the front way. This key opens the vestibule door.
Yeah, gotcha.
2 flights up, door facing the head of the stairs.
Yeah.
2nd floor rear.
Yeah.
He didn't even take a front room.
He ain't sitting there with a heater waiting for us, because if he is, Big Jim will see to it that you die slow and uncomfortable.
He's sound asleep. Doesn't even know I'm out. Here's the key to that door.
You sure make this easy.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we can do an ears job.
A what?
Red holds his ears. I say, look at us, Joey. Then I slit him.
Maybe you can.
All right, come on, Shiv. Time's a-wasting.
You coming, Mrs. Davis?
No, I'll wait till you come back. Then I'll go up and find him.
Good enough. All right, come on, let's go.
This one ought to go quick.
Good. Now, get the hood up. Set it. There. Between the engine and the dashboard. Wires? Nice little work line. Don't even need my flash. All set. He turns the ignition key. Boom. Joey will be done. And no witnesses. Neat. Well, you should be through by now. Well, that was fast.
Like a hot knife through butter. Pretty neat. Let's go, Mrs. Davis.
Go? Where?
You didn't think Jim would let you go around loose after this job, did you?
Oh. I see. Here?
No. Boss said to take you out a ways.
You did? Boss wants me out of ways. In this car?
Right. Told us just where and how.
It'll be quick.
Oh, no, it'll be quick, all right. Very quick. Is Shiv driving? Or do you hold that gun on me and drive at the same time, Rod?
Shiv drives. We sit in the back. All right, get in.
Certainly.
Make her stop that, Rod. She makes me nervous.
You wouldn't want me not to laugh in my last moments, would you? Shiv?
All right, shut the door, Shiv. You got the car keys.
Well, here goes nothing.
You're so right, Shiv. Here goes nothing. Turn the key, Shiv. Here goes nothing.
Start the car, Shiv.
Got it. Here we go.
Just remember, Shiv, the joke was on all of us.
Crime does not pay. Barbara O'Neill, who was starred as Maggie Davis in Ingenious Woman, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Barbara O'Neill.
I think the story of Maggie Davis, a woman who finally destroyed herself, is something to think about. Actually, where does the fault lie? With the woman herself? Or does the fault lie with the society, which failed to provide proper channels for this woman and her talents? That is something to think about as we evaluate the losses caused by crime to ourselves as well as to the criminals. That is something to think about each time we reiterate the phrase, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Barbara O'Neill. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Marks B. Loeb. with music composed and conducted by John Gart. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.
How does that reach you? But the man is going to steal and plenty. All he means is he might have to take a job. It costs dough to stay on the land. You know that, Marty. All I know is Leo gave me the job for taking him. And then you drive him out like cat money and stay around him for taking anybody. So what are you going to do? Catch some buffalo. Mm-hmm. I'd like to take a little trip here. You ever seen me before, hmm? That's where you want to go. Just right next door to Buffalo. Well, just like that, ought to bring us within easy rifle shots of Pet 90. In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Don't Write, Telephone, starring Jack LaRue. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Jack LaRue as Marty White in Don't Write, Telephone. Every thriving business, no matter where or what, has assets. When the owner or the manager takes a leave of absence, goes on a business trip or merely on vacation, he tries to see to it that those valuable assets are protected. The same procedure applies to organized crime, which operates in a very businesslike manner. The assets of organized crime are the territories it controls and the rackets by which it profits. And when the boss in any district leaves town, a picked lieutenant is charged for the protection of those assets. Therefore, when the moment came, Leo Dunn, big boss in the city, called in Marty White. You sent for me, Leo? Yeah. The heat's on, Marty. So I heard. Nobody ever bothers me. I know. That's why I sent for you. Now, what's up? The UDA? Check. That overgrown flatfoot is actually trying to make good on the promises he made to the jerks who elected him. Well, why don't you have him taken care of? No, that wouldn't be smart. Funny about the dumbheads who elect characters like the DA. Knock off their boy and they get real mad. And nobody operates until somebody tries for the job. No sense paying off that way unless you have to. I get it. So you're closing shop for a while, huh? No, not exactly, Marty. Me and the boys are going on a lam for a while, till the town cools off. Meantime, we thought you might like to run the joint for us. Could be. What's in it? You'll be taken care of. At least 10% of the take while we're out of town. More if you do a good job. Am I supposed to do this by myself? You can have Shiv's Canal. Everybody else is hot on a pistol. Well, you got a deal. When? Now. I'm catching a plane tonight. You were pretty sure, weren't you, Leo? Sure, I was sure. Nobody ever says no to Leo Dunn. Not even Marty White. He lives very long afterwards. Marty. Something I know mine should. Didn't even look at the mail yet. Nothing in it. How can you tell? You didn't even look. Well, I can tell you all about this job. Come in around noon, sit here till 6, make a few rounds till 11, hit a couple of the clubs till 3, same tired days and the same tired routine. Go home, hit the sack, the next day the same thing. First thing you know, I'll be going to church on Sunday, just so to break the monotony. What would you expect, fireworks or something? You know Leo and the fellows got this territory sewed up like a Scotsman's pocket. No, I figured something would happen. Something would get out of line. I don't know, something. When nothing happens, that's okay by me. Here, read the mail. I told you there's nothing in it. Here. This was marked from Buffalo. Pat Mangan, it looks like. He stashed himself in Buffalo, ain't he? I think so. Oh, okay, let's see what he's got to say. Well, what do you know? Get this, Shiv. Dear Marty, seeing as how you are standing in for Leo, I am writing this to you. As you no doubt know, I am sitting here where they tell me McKinley got knocked off because all of us had to lay him out of town on account of a certain character getting very busy in our custom hangout. So I am here not on account of I want to be, but because when I hear an order, I do so. But now I'm out of dough. I am clean. I am strictly on my upper, so to speak. I therefore request a roll. I figure a grand will do me until we can go back into business. And if a grand isn't here by Tuesday, I'll have to do something I don't want to do. Awaiting a reply quick and fast, I remain very truly yours, Pat Mangan. You know, that's a good English. Not on account of I want to. It don't sound right to me. Mm-hmm. So he thinks he can get away with that. Oh, cat don't mean nothing, Marty. He just needs dough to stay in the land. That isn't the way I read it. And if a grand isn't here by Tuesday, I'll have to do something I don't want to do. How does that read to you, except that Mangan is going to squeal and plenty? All he means is he might have to take a job. It costs dough to stay in the land. You know that, Marty. All I know is Leo gave me the job for taking him. Letting a blabbermouth like Cat Mangan stay around isn't for taking anybody. So what are you going to do? Cats in Buffalo. How would you like to take a little trip, Shiv? Mm-hmm. You ever seen Niagara Falls, huh? What for you want to go up there? Well, Niagara's right next door to Buffalo, pal. A trip like that ought to bring us within easy rifle shot of Cat Mangan. Well, Marty White, as I live and breathe. Hiya, Paul. It's been a long time. Yeah, not since you did that little job for me across the border. How have you been? Okay, within reason. You know Sheriff Canal, Sheriff? Paul's Moran. Hiya, Mr. Moran. Glad to have you in our town, Canal. Well, what's the pitch, Marty? I thought you were keeping an eye on things for Leo. I am. That's why I'm here. Oh. That's so. What do you think is wrong? Nothing, as far as you're concerned. Oh. Well, what then? The Cat Mangan is hiding out up here. Yeah, I know. I know you know. He had a report to you, same as we did. What about Cat? He wrote a letter. I always say don't write, telephone. Especially with women. Maybe Cat should have done that, too. Huh? That's so? Excuse me, Mr. Moran. I don't think... Shut up! You don't think. Okay. A neat little warning typed on the end. Pay or else. You sure? Of course I'm sure. That's why I'm here. What do you want from me? Well, this is your territory. Definitely. Well, I want an okay to take care of Mangan. Here. You think he means it? Well, he wrote it, so he's thinking about it. If he's thinking about it, how far is he from doing it? Well, all right, you got it. How? Well, we got his address in a room across the street.
I brought my rifle. Just fitted for a silencer.
All right. But if you get in Dutch, don't ask for me. That's all.
We won't. Either way. See you around, Falls. After a while. Sit down, will you, Shiv?
I can't sit no more. 2 days we've been here. Not a sign of...
Let's stand. Just stop walking up and down.
Can't help it, Marty. I ain't like you. I can't sit at no window for 2 days holding a rifle.
Why not? Nothing to it. When you have to use a rifle that you need any skill.
Let me go out for a walk, Marty.
No. What's with you, Shiv? You nervous?
No. Ever since I did that time, I can't stay in a room and I can't go out. I gotta walk.
Well, you'll walk as soon as the job is done.
Who's that?
Well, you won't know till you ask.
Who's that?
That's you, Shiv. This is Paul. Marty there.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Come on in.
Well, nice layout you got here, Marty. It'll go until we're through.
Nice rifle, too. Too bad you're not going to get to use it.
Why not? You protecting Mangan?
I don't have to. He's lammed again.
What?
Just kidding, Mr. Moran. No, I'm not. He must have spotted you when you took this room. In any case, he's conned some dough out of a couple of girls and headed west.
How far west?
He turned up in Detroit. Boys out there knew he'd been holed up here. I asked if I wanted him for anything.
What's he doing there?
Dealing in a joint on Wabash. I've got the address. You want it?
Want it? Pack up, Shift. We're heading west. Next stop, the motor metropolis. Thanks for the tip, Falls. Do you a favor sometime.
How much longer, Marty?
Till he comes out.
3 a.m. already.
Cut the song and dance. We're here. We're waiting.
Okay. Only I thought...
Never mind what you thought. You drive. I'll do the thinking and the shooting.
I heard you. Can I turn the heater, Marty? I'm cold.
Go ahead. You have to ask everything. Hold it.
That him?
Yeah, that's the cat. It's right down the stoop. Like you had nothing to worry about.
Get him, Marty, so we can get out of here.
Let him get close. The 38's isn't like a rifle.
He's getting in that car, Marty.
After him, quick.
I can. Get him on the fly, Marty.
Can't street's too rough.
So let him go.
Keep after him.
Doing my best.
Keep him in sight, will you?
I'm trying.
All the rotten luck. You think he saw us?
Maybe. Maybe not. Luck is right. That's why they call him Cat. He's got 9 lives.
Anybody in the car waiting for him?
It must have been. I didn't hear no starter.
Somebody's tipped him. Keep on his tail, will you?
I'm keeping. Where's this road go to?
Don't you recognize it, Jerry? We came over in the opposite direction yesterday. This is the way to the airport.
Was that pretty?
Yeah, very pretty. With Mangan aboard her. That character's plenty lucky.
Where we heading, Marty?
To the bulletin board. They usually have a timetable tacked on it.
Why, are we going someplace?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Here it is. Flight 309 leaves here at 3:20. Stops at Chicago, then straight through to Los Angeles.
Cattle stay in Chicago.
Not him. He knows we're looking for him now. And Chicago's unhealthy. He'll go on through.
So what are we going to do?
We'll wait a while. Let him think he shook us. Then, you see, then I think we'll see what the weather's like in sunny California.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Don't Write, Telephone. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Jack LaRue as Marty White in Don't Write, Telephone.
Marty, with Shiv tagging along, hung around Detroit for a week, letting it be known in the proper places that they had no further interest in Cat Mangan. But once Marty felt certain that the grapevine, through whatever source had tipped off Cat before, had advised their target that he was no longer wanted, he took the next plane for California, complete with hunting equipment and a protesting Shiv.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Look down there, Shiv. Pretty country.
I hate flying.
You said the plane Cat took was pretty.
Cat was on it, not me.
What's wrong? You'd rather spend 3 days on the train?
The train you can get off. This is like in college. Only ain't on the ground. You can't walk, not even from the cell door to the window.
I get it. Before you know it, we'll be in California.
But I'm afraid of it. Maybe we won't know it.
Now you'll know it once we get there.
Once we get there. Where you got the rod, Marty?
Suitcase in the baggage. All oiled, pretty. Numbers filed off. Nobody'll ever trace them, not even the cops.
Get a good look at that dame?
What dame?
One in the uniform. It goes to the plane.
You been making any passes?
Me? Passes? No, of course not.
Well, see that you don't. We've got enough trouble on this operation. No dames, understand?
Yeah, I understand. Only I still think you got that letter all wrong. And I got a feeling about this job. The whole thing smells like trouble to me. So, you're Marty White, huh? When did you blow in?
Last night.
Alone?
No, I left Shiv at the hotel. Getting his land legs back. He sure hates flying.
You must have been in an awful hurry to get here.
I was, Fletcher. I understand you only have a few days of sunshine each year, so I wanted to catch the good weather.
Never mind the bum jokes, White. What do you want in my territory?
I want Cat Mangan.
He's minding his own business, living in a little place over on Alta Vista. No trouble.
I wrote a letter. Said he'd talk unless I let him have $1,000 of Leo Dunn's money.
Our Cat's not that crazy.
Well, see for yourself. I carried that thing from home to Buffalo, to Detroit, now here. Excuse the creases.
See. I'll have to do something I don't want to do. It's clear enough. Never thought Cat had tried something like this just for dough. Okay, what do you want from me?
Cat's address.
Ask the girl for it on your way.
And you're okay to take care of him here.
You've got that already.
And can you charter a plane for me?
How big?
Well, big enough for Shiv and me and the pilot. And big enough to get from here to Frisco or Las Vegas. We'll head east from either place.
I'll take care of it. When are you, working?
Tonight.
All right. Call me before you leave the hotel. I'll tell you which airport and the make and number. And, as the saying goes, Marty, good hunting. He's in there. Where's his car?
Garage is attached. The big door. You go in right from the house.
How are we going to get him without a chopper? He drives right out, that is.
Watch and see. That's his garage.
Like this? He drives out and you don't do nothing?
No, not yet. He'll be back. He thinks he's safe. Okay, Shiv, drive up that driveway and block it. We can wait until he comes home. Headlights coming up the hill, Shiv.
Think it's him?
Oh, we'll find out in a minute. Oh, the sucker, the crazy sucker. He's getting out to see who we are.
Where you going, Marty?
No place. Just to meet our long-lost pal. So, you thought you'd sing, did you, Cat? Well, here's your grand from Leo with interest.
Shiv. Let's ride. Dead bodies? 3 pieces of lead in them, I'm sure. Where are we going now? Straight out to the Burbank Airport. Marty, we ain't gonna fly again. You want to get home, don't you? Hear them? No, Carl, I don't hear any bells. That's no fire engine. So quick? You must have heard the shots. First bad break. Pull on, Shiv. There's a plane waiting for us. Let them chase us. We got wings once we hit that airport. Turn right, Shiv. Right onto the field. Check. There it is, the little one with the engine turning over. Here's where we ditch the buggy. I don't know which I hate most, flying or cop. And I kid you, fly. But first run for it. Oh, you smell like trouble? Save it. Tell me when we get home. Is this the ship Fletcher chartered? Sure is. You guys are in an awful hurry. No time to talk. Let's go. I can't. I got to get clearance from the tower. You heard that. Stop. Run your engine. I can't. I'll lose my license. You see this? You'll lose more than your license. You don't take off right now. Marty, those cops. They're stopping next to a jalopy. Okay, fly boy. Do you fly or do you get a hole in your head? Sure looks like I fly. NC 56478 from Burbank Tower. NC 56478 from Burbank Tower. Return to field at once. You have taken off without clearance. Return to field at once. Over.
Burbank from 56478. Can't come back. There's a gun in my back.
Holy jumping.
Cut that radio, you. Burbank, I'm being snatched. Cut that radio, I said. Let go of my arm. You want to kill us all?
NC 56478 from Burbank. Where are you heading? Who are your passengers? Over. 56478 from Burbank. 56478 from Burbank. Come in, 56478. Over. That's the plane that just took off, operator. I'm trying to raise him. But who are you? What are you doing in this tower? Metropolitan Police, Barclay, Lieutenant Homicide. They want the 2 passengers in that plane. I heard one of them threaten the pilot, sir. With a gun, it seems. He isn't answering anymore. Well, they've got a gun on him, all right. And what's the range of that type plane? About 400 miles, Lieutenant. Area map? On the wall over there, sir. Yeah, good. Your radio reach that far? Yes, sir. We have 1 waveband. Then get busy. Call them in. Give my name and authority. Tell them to have their local police stand by to pick up 2 killers when that plane comes down. Here's the list. San Francisco, Las Vegas, Reno, Phoenix, Williams, Sacramento, Carson City, Fresno, Stockton, Oakland. That's a starter. Now get going. Wherever those lads come down, they'll have a fine reception committee all ready for them. Look, they'll think it awfully funny when we land without clearance from the tower. That would tell them an emergency landing. Radio and deck for you. Well, they'll check it. They'll know better. Never mind that now. Your job is to get us down. Yeah, get us down. Easy, 1 piece. I thought the big planes were rough. Save it. Here, Shiv, take this piece. What for? Who knows we're coming into Frisco? Maybe nobody, maybe everybody. Who knows? You only let me keep the radio on. It's been all right. Shut up, you. Fly the plane. Yes, sir. We're practically landed now. I don't care who says. As long as we're on the ground. Did it have to be Frisco, Marty? Couldn't it have been closer? I picked Frisco because it's so big. They figure we headed for a tank town someplace. Okay, fella. We're down. You're on the ground. And you're on your own, but don't ask me to do it. I'm asking you for nothing, see? Marty, you killed him, too? I just clumped him. He'll come to after a while. Here we go, Shiv.
All right. Searchlight.
Come on, them lights. Cop. Yeah, cop's all right.
Come out of that plane, both of you. San Francisco Police.
Come on, take us, Flatfoot.
You can't get away. You're covered. Are you coming out?
No use, Marty. It's no use. They're all around. Them lights. We're sitting ducks. They don't take me. Go on. Go ahead if you want to. I ain't no hero, Marty. I'm going.
All right, shoot him. Marty, Marty.
Give up and sing, will you? Oh, not on me. Nobody rats on me.
Oh, White. Are you coming out? We saw you give it to your pal. We can get you without touching the pilot. Are you coming out?
Me? Come out? Are you coming in?
What am I with Barry? Come in.
Crime does not pay. Jack LaRue, who was starred as Marty White in Don't Write, Telephone, will be back with you in just a moment. Now here in person is Jack LaRue.
The story you've just heard details some of the methods of operation of organized crime. Of course, in the end, the criminals were caught, as they always are. But think a moment of the police organization tied up in the fight against these men, of the good tax money, yours and mine, which is spent in this fight every day. If this type of criminal found no easygoing citizens to feast, no complacent communities within which to flourish, that money would go to improving our lives rather than to the fight against crime. What this all adds up to is this, that not only for the criminal, but for every citizen such as you and me, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. LaRue. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark B. Lowe, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Crime does not pay.
I see. So that's where Pig Eye was heading. Who's that he's talking to? Hey, you see that? Look like the sun on Pig's knife. Nah, he wouldn't. Not in broad daylight. But he did. The guy's lying there. Let's swim out of here, Joey. There'll be cops in a minute. Pig Eye's got cuffs, that's why. Imagine slicing a joint right in the street. In daylight. Are you coming, or do I have to swim alone? I was just thinking. Something I was reading yesterday. Tell me not in mournful numbers. Life is just an empty... something. It ain't. Numbers will be mournful if you don't scram with me. And now, here? Now, let's go, Joey. Let's go. That power car ain't empty. The law's riding in it. Yeah, okay. How's that lousy thing going, then? Life is real and ain't it? And, something ain't it gold.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear Between the Dark and the Daylight, starring Lionel Sander. Crime Does Not Pay, starring Lionel Sander as Joey the Poet Barrows in Between the Dark and the Daylight. The accepted word for slums is darkness. Down there at the bottom of our great cities, along the ragged edges of our farmlands, the light of hope is almost unknown. But sometimes strange gleams do pierce that darkness. Joey Barrows was touched by such a stray gleam of light. That's why they called him the Poet. Joey the Poet. Joey and his co-workers, Pig Eye Watts and Bags King, who was Joey's special pal, hung out, as the expression is, in the back room of a certain pool parlor just outside the office inhabited by Numbers Lane. There the boys followed their inclinations. For instance, Pig Eye and Bags liked games of chance.
Not with them. In the pig's eye, you do. Yeah, see? Okay, so I got 5, so I take you anyway.
Ah, nuts to this. Two-handed ain't worth the trouble of dealing. Hey, Joey, want to take a hand? Hey, Joey.
Hey, Poet, your pal is talking to you.
Huh? Oh, yeah. What's on your mind, Babe?
You want to get dealt in, I'm asking you.
Nah, who cares about cards when you got stuff like this? Give a listen and learn something. This has got real class. This is the forest carnival. The murmuring pines in the hemlock, bearded with moss and in garments green, indistinct.
Who's that, Uncle on the corner? He's got a beard and his clothes are so old they're all green.
Shut up and listen like I told you.
Yeah, sure, Gene, sure. Make with the poetry. You don't mind if I deal myself a hand of Canfield meantime, do you?
Go on, Joey. Sounds kind of pretty. Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum, dum-dum.
Yeah, dum-dum. How true, how true. Also screwy.
Go ahead, Joey.
In the twilight, there's like a druid of elves, with voices sad and prophetic.
Joey, you should excuse the interruption, but what's that there druid of elves?
Oh, it's, it's like a tree kind of, I guess. How should I know? But it sounds awful pretty.
Yeah, pretty lousy. And what's the name of that there poetry?
Evangeline, it says here. Or A Tale of a Caddy.
Didn't the fellow what wrote it make up his mind?
I don't know. I didn't get that far yet.
Evangeline. Yeah, sounds like I heard it someplace. Oh, yeah. There's a joint over on 2nd Street. Belongs to the Salvation Army.
What was you doing with the Salvation Army?
Just passing by, Big Guy. I never went in a joint, not me.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, guys, come in here. Checkboard. Look out for them words, Joey. Someday they're going to jump right up and bite you.
Nuts to him. Hey, what do you suppose made Numbers so sore? Pig Eye, come in here.
Who knows?
I'd like to get to do a job like Pig Eye gets sometime. All we do is sit, and then go out, pick up the dough, and come back and sit. Boy, could I operate with a chopper.
Forget it, Joey. Could be interesting, though. I was listening to Pig Eye. Slip a character a nice pick right. You don't make a sound. Dead.
Yeah. A pick artist's got to be good. Real good.
Anyhow, you get lots of time this way. Time for poetry, huh, Joey?
Yeah. Hey, want to hear some more?
No more trees, though, huh?
Oh, I got another one. The book's full of them. Here. This may be kind of cute. Between the dark and the daylight, when the night is beginning to lower, comes a pause in a day's occupation that is known as the children's hour.
Hey, that don't rhyme, hey. Lower don't rhyme with hour.
Yeah, does sound funny. Oh, well, guys entitled to slip once in a while. I hear in the chamber above me the patter of little feet.
How'd you make out, Big Eye?
Got a job to do.
Hey, can we come?
In the pig's eye, you can.
How do you like that? Come on, Bags.
Come on, where, Joey?
We're tailing Pig Eye.
Hey, Numbers ain't gonna like this.
What'll Numbers know? It's almost time to go pick up the tank anyhow. We can tail Pig Eye and then go make the route.
Well, okay, if you say so, Joey.
What are you laughing at?
I was just thinking. You and your forest with beards. Only lumber around here is in their pool cues.
That Pig Eye, he's a cinch to tail. Don't even look behind him. Like he owns the street.
He does, too. Nobody around here tangles with Pig Eye.
This is kind of on a border, ain't it?
What border? With Canada?
Nah, you dope. With Flips Lewis territory.
Oh, yeah. Just about. Hey, Joe. You see what I see?
Oh, so that's where Pig Eye was heading. Who's that he's talking to?
Hey, you see that?
Looked like the sun on Pig's shift. Nah, he wouldn't.
Not in broad daylight. What he did? The guy's lying there. Hey, let's scram out of here, Joey. There'll be cops in a minute.
Big Eye got us, that's what. Imagine slicing a church right in the street in daylight.
Are you coming, or do I have to scram along?
I was just thinking. Something I was reading yesterday. Tell me not in mournful numbers. Life is just an empty something.
It ain't numbers will be mournful if you don't scram with me, and now, here? Now! Let's go, Joey, let's go! That power car ain't empty, the law's riding in it.
Yeah, okay. How does that lousy thing go again? Life is real and earnest, and something ain't so. Hi, Benny.
Hi.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Anybody riding 568?
Not today. Kid from high school had it yesterday.
Yesterday ain't today. How much?
Today?
What else?
$22.46.
That's all?
That's all.
Numbers ain't gonna like this. You used to pay off $100 a day at least.
Yeah, that was before Slips Lewis started moving in.
Way over here?
Way over here.
So that's it. Muscling in, is he? I'll see about that.
You'll see about what?
Poet? Yeah, what do you mean with that poet? Just you leave it to pal Joey here. I'm gonna twist Slips' nose till he hollers.
You and who else? You bringing in hoods from out of town?
I don't waste good money when we got an organization, see? I'll take care of Slips myself personally when I'm ready. And you keep operating on that line, see?
Yeah, sure. And finishing the barrel of cement.
Don't you worry. I always take care of my boys.
What with? A tombstone with poetry on it?
You sell the numbers, see? We'll take care of the rest. That's that. See you tomorrow. We'll let you know where and when. Numbers, here's the pickup. Everything up to scratch except Benny's territory.
Yeah, what's wrong over there?
He's down to half his usual take. Says Slips is muscling in. I told him not to worry. We take care of it.
We already did, didn't we, Pig Eye? Yeah, Slips got his warning an hour ago. Pig took care of one of his boys right on the corner. Broad daylight.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about it?
Well, it's in the papers already. It's in the papers and everything.
What do you know, huh? Good work, Pig. You did real good. Now every runner in town will know who's boss. What the... Oh, you bag. Yeah, me. Here it is, boss. Not a winner in the territory. But the take ain't so good. Yeah, it'll be better tomorrow. And I'll see you, boys.
But, boss, and you going to do nothing?
I've already done it. And 2 territories don't worry me none. Not the penny ante kind you collect from. I'll see you tomorrow, boys.
You don't worry about nothing.
Don't you get me gray hairs now. I know Joey won't. He could always read poetry.
So what? So just because you never got past the 6th grade, I gotta be a dope and not improve myself.
Improve yourself? Get him, Bag. Yeah, I know. But poetry is educational. What, that kind? Now you take limericks. There was an old lady from Wheeling.
Not to that. I got something here. Here. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the village mighty stands. To smite the mighty man is he, with large and sinewy hands.
The biggest Slips Lewis.
You ain't got no respect. That's your trouble. No respect for nothing.
Not for you, poet.
Is that so?
Yeah, so want to do something about it?
I'll do plenty.
What do you do, read more lousy
I'll
poetry?
take Slips Lewis, that's what. I'll show you who's big around here.
Joey, cut it out, Joey. You take Slips? Well, you don't even pack a piece.
Well, that's orders for us collectors. You know that we ain't allowed us. Wait a minute, I'll show you.
Keep out of numbers, Seth.
Got it.
Hey, Joey, what are you going to do with that rock?
I'm going to do like I said. I'm going to go out and take Slips Lewis personal. Lewis, here I come.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with Between the Dark and the Daylight.
Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Lionel Stander as Joey the Poet Barrows in Between the Dark and the Daylight. Joey proceeded to be as good as his word. With the gun he had taken from Number's desk in his pocket, he made his way straight to the headquarters of Slips Lewis. There in the anteroom, he found Slip's henchman, Jack the Newsy.
Hey, where'd you learn manners? Don't you knock on doors? You'll embarrass yourself doing this someday.
Save it, Crumb. Where's your boss?
And whom shall I say is... Wait a minute. Me a Crumb?
Never mind the routine, fat boy. Where's Slips? Behind that door?
What's it to you?
Never mind, wise guy. I'll find out for myself. And keep your hands on the desk. Unhealed.
Well,
You Slips Lewis?
Who wants to know?
I do. Are you, ain't you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Let's roll.
That's a hot one. You trying to snatch me? You think the newsy's going to let you?
I already took care of him.
I didn't hear no shooting.
He'll keep. Let's go, big shot.
If I refuse?
Feet first to a slab in the morgue. Now move.
Boy, you got something all right. You want to work for me?
I work for Numbers Lane. I said move.
Now it begins to make sense. Okay, I'll play. Open the door.
You open it. You go first. And tell your fat newsboy friend if he lifts a finger, you get it right in the kidneys. Go on, open the door. Tell him.
Son, you sure got talent.
Have I? Thanks. None of that. Keep your hands outside your suit. Open the door. Start talking.
Right. Stay where you are, Newsy.
Yeah, but, boss, this pigeon's all alone.
You move, he says, and I get in the kidneys. I like my kidneys. Stay where you are.
Yeah, boss.
My friend and I here are going visiting. The Numbers Lanes joint. If I'm not back in half an hour, come looking for me.
Yeah, gotcha, boss.
Keep going. No stopping at the desk.
And 5 to 2 at the yards, Newsy, that this bright lad will be working for us by the time I get back.
Straight ahead. What's the door on the back?
Nice layout you got here.
Oh, Numbers and me, we got it all figured neat.
Including...
Oh!
Enjoyed your trip, jerk. Now give me the gun.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot.
I never do my own killing. You said this door. Hey, you in there, Numbers? This is Slips talking, and I got a gun I took away from your goon here.
Yeah, what goon?
Your boy you sent after me. Now get this, Numbers. I'm taking over in this town, see? The policy game is mine. So leave my boys alone and you'll live longer. That's all. You won't get away with it, Slip. Don't try coming out, Numbers. Not you or anybody. I'm leaving here with my back to the street, and I'll open up the first head I see. Not try anything stupid, or you'll get it where it hurts most. And here's your rod. I don't need it.
Get that dirty chiseler. It's the last thing I ever do. Come in here, Poet. Why would you, Poet? Just let me get the gun. Well, I brought him here, didn't I?
Oh, you stupid jackass. Put down that gun.
Okay, Poet.
Yeah, you brought him here. Half an hour from now, our crowd will be the laughing stock of this town. Slips Lewis is here and walked out without a scratch.
Gee, I never thought about it like that, Numbers.
Of course you never thought. What do you got to think with? Poetry? Sit down. Down up there in the corner.
Yes.
Thanks. Take the gun.
Yes, boss.
Now stand over him. He lifts a hand or opens his mouth, give it to him. Right in the belly. You got that?
Yes, boss.
Sorry, Joe. Okay, baby.
That's right. Shut up.
Yeah.
Now then, pig eye. What are we going to do with this character?
It's up to you, Numbers. Whatever you say.
Should I let him live?
After what he'd done, practically double-crossing us in a pig's eye.
Right. How? The rope, boss?
Hey, shut up, I said. No, not the rope. That takes an artist, and what slips on the loose, I need you with me.
Ice pick, dump him in the river, anything you say, Lumber.
I tell you what, over to the lake. You know, there's a spot, the big rock. One good shot and he falls in. The current will take him right under that rock. That's what Jersey Jackson got. And he never came up.
It sounds good. Who does it?
Who else?
Who else? No, not me. I never killed nobody. Joe is my pal.
You know the rules, Bags. When the trigger man goes, his best pal always does the job. Okay. Joey Boy tried to be a trigger man, and you're his pal. Take care of it. With the gun you're holding. And do it tonight.
Much further, Bags? See, my feet are making me something fast. Mine, too. I'll have to walk back. Sit down a minute, Bags, will you? What for? We're still pals, Bags. Let's talk. For the last time. Well, okay, I guess. The grass is kind of soft, ain't it? Grass always is, I suppose. It's a funny thing about grass. I guess maybe that's why them poets, the real ones, they always write about it. Now, one fellow wrote a whole book. I seen it once in the window of a bookstore. Leaves of Grass, he called it. Funny. Said on the cover the fellow was born in Brooklyn. You think they got any grass in Brooklyn? Who knows? Maybe. They got everything else. Well, never find out now. Why'd you try it, Joey? Why? I don't know. Maybe I was tired of being stepped on. A fella's got to break out sometime. Now I gotta... Well, I gotta. Why'd you do this to me, Joey? We always been pals. Do you really got it, Bags? Of course I got it. Maybe. Maybe not. Numbers said the bodies don't ever come up. They disappear. Get it? They disappear. Hey, look, if I go back and the gun ain't been fired... You could fire it. Out over the lake. I could take it on the land, maybe. And disappear. If they ever find out, I'm done, Joey. I'm your pal, Bags. Your pal. Yeah, sure, but... Look, if they ever find out, I'm done, too. Get it? You make it sound okay. Look, Bags, by now we would have been to the rock. If we're going to do it my way, we got to move fast. It's an awful chance, Joey. You sure you'll get out of sight? And how? It's a deal, pal. It's a deal. Good. Now fire the gun. Fire it? Not at me, dope. Over the lake. Okay. Now beat it back to Numbers and tell them I disappeared. And you won't be lying, Bags. You sure won't be lying.
Okay, fella, what's in your mind?
I want to talk to somebody. The desk sergeant said that in here I could talk to somebody.
Okay, you're in. Start talking.
I got to know who I'm talking to.
You're choosy, aren't you? I'm Dominic, Sergeant, Bracket Squad. While we're being formal, who are you?
I'm Joseph P. Barrows.
Never heard of you.
Well, the bunch call me the poet. See, I got a book.
Look, poet, I've never heard of you. What are you trying to tell me?
I used to work for Numbers Lane.
You what?
Yeah. I was a collector. Me and Bags King. We were the collectors.
You know what you're doing coming in here? You're dead, boy, and you haven't got sense enough to lie down.
I know. I smashed Slips Lewis, only got away. So Numbers told Bags to whack me out, but I talked Bags out of knocking me off. Look, Sergeant, before I say anything, you gotta promise me that Bags gets a break. He's my pal. He never did no more than I done. And he's a witness, too.
Witness? To what?
Me and Bags, we followed Pig Eye one day.
Pig Eye what? Numbers, Trigger Man?
Yeah, that's him. We watched him. Take care of one of the Slips boys over in the corner of Jackson and West. Right in front of the candy store.
Yeah, I remember that. Not long ago. Well, keep talking.
No. You didn't promise me about Bags yet.
Okay, I promise. If he turns state's evidence like you're doing, he'll get off easy.
Now go on. Keep talking.
We've seen that killing. And we know that number's ordered it. We know lots of things, just from hanging around.
Hold it. This is the whole operation, it looks like. I gotta call the DA on this first.
The DA?
You got nothing to worry about. Boy, are we going to protect you. You said the pool hall at Morton Chalmers, Barrows?
Yeah, but I still don't see what you made me come along for.
I told you, when we raid a joint, we have to take everybody, and they give phony names to point out the ones we want. Save an awful lot of time. Driver, slow down. We'll walk from the corner. All right, let's walk, Barrows. Get out, man. I know mobs. Quiet. You sure they'll be in there now?
Oh, sure. This time of day, they're counting the tape.
The tape. Pennies from kids, dollars that ought to pay the rent. All right, Barrows. No monkey business now.
I told you, Sergeant. And you heard me tell the district attorney, too. I want to get numbers, that's all.
Right. Here we go.
That's the door, straight and back.
Open it, Barrows.
Yes, sir. Hi, Bags. Hey, guy. Numbers inside?
Joey, you said you wouldn't come back.
Why, you double-crossed and skunk foot.
Drop that gun, what?
And a pig's eye, I will. Numbers faded, tops and stars.
You want me, you come and get me.
Hit the floor, Bags. Hit it. Under the table, quick. Come on, Lane. Your boy is dead. You're through. So's Lewis. We're taking him today, too.
Bags, okay, Bags?
I think so.
They promised to protect you, too, Bags.
Last call, Lane. You come out or we're coming in. All right, boys. In we go. Fire!
It's safe, Bags. They can come out now.
Hey, Joey, where they keeping you?
Hotel. You move in with me. And hey, guess what? You know that leaves of grass I told you about? Well, the DA give me it for a present. I ain't got very far in it yet, but that Brooklyn fellow who wrote it sure knew an awful lot of words. But we'll have time to study him, Bags. Lots of time. Well, we're going for a while.
Crime does not pay. Lionel Stander, who was starred as Joey the Poet Barrows in Between the Dark and the Daylight, will be back with you in just a moment. Now here in person is Lionel Stander.
In his way, Joey the Poet is a tragic character, as any comic character is, as soon as he becomes involved in circumstances he cannot understand or control. But there's more to this story in my mind than just Joey and his quirk for poetry, Longfellow's poetry. If Joey and the thousands of real people like him had the chance for training, for learning, for understanding, the benefit to all of us would be almost boundless. But they don't have that chance. And so we lose them to bitterness, to a kind of slavery, in so many cases to the underworld. Once we root out the causes of this waste, once we see to it that our communities provide the proper opportunities for all, we will have gone far toward the day when it will no longer be necessary to point out that for ourselves, as well as for Joey the Poet, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Stander. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark C. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Gard. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turkis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Does Not Pay.
Don't shoot. Please don't shoot.
Keep your hands up and nobody'll get hurt. Where's your cash?
In the desk, in that corner.
I'll get it. Make him give you the keys to the jalopy, Jeff.
Hurry, Lucy. You, give me the keys to that car.
It's not mine. I only fixed it.
One's good?
Yeah, good. Don't hit me. Don't touch me.
Shut up. Give me the keys.
Here, keep away from me.
$40, Jeff. More cash than we've seen in years. Got the key? Let's go.
In the interest of good citizenship and law enforcement, we present Crime Does Not Pay, based on the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer series of short subjects. In just a moment, you will hear The Second-Hand Pistol, starring Nancy Coleman. Now, Crime Does Not Pay, starring Nancy Coleman as Lucy Minden in The Second-Hand Pistol. The background was a mining town in the hills of West Virginia. Coal dust, tar paper shacks, a dozen brothers and sisters. Marriage came at 15 because there was no room left in the house. A child was born at 16. 8 years later, the struggle for existence brought mother and child alone to a nearby railroad town where there was a job for the mother. This was Lucy Minden, who took up with Jeff Gardner to try again. With Jeff Gardner, a lost and lonely soul like herself.
Daddy Jeff crying?
Dodie, go in the back and play.
Why is Daddy Jeff crying, Ma?
Dodie, go in the back and play.
Now, let him stay, Lucy. Let him stay and find out what we're up against.
Dodie, I told you something.
Yes, Ma, I'm going.
I'm going out, Jeff.
What for? What's the use?
We've got to have some cash money. I'll get it.
No. You hear me? No.
I never was good enough for you, Jeff.
You? Not good enough for me? What'd I ever bring you?
We were happy, Jeff. We are happy together.
The first time you waited on me in the station diner. You knew I was broke, but you made me eat. It was the first decent thing anybody done for me in years.
I liked your looks right off, Jeff. I knew you were better than me. You weren't born in no mine shanty.
What's happened since we took up together? What?
We had some good times.
Yeah, but mostly bad. You try to be a salesman nobody buys. You work at anything, even track walking. Anything to make $1 for your woman and her kid. You get hurt on the job. You're out 3 months. You come back. The job's gone. No money. No food in the house. Not even a lump of coal. In the mine country.
I'm going out, Jeff.
No, you're not. Lucy, we've tried. We've tried every way we know, and a few we didn't know, to be honest. If I can't earn for you two honest, then I'll be dishonest.
How? What could he do?
I've been thinking like crazy. It's coming on spring. I can pawn the coats. My suit. The jeans will do till later. With what I get, I'll buy a gun, Lucy. They used to say out west long ago, Smith & Wesson make all men equal.
We'll pawn the coat, Jeff. We'll buy 2 guns.
No. Not you.
We promised each other, Jeff. Never nothing we didn't do together. We'll buy 2 guns, Jeff.
That's all I can let you have. $6.75.
It's more than the old clothes are worth.
Take it, Jeff. He won't go no higher. I know him.
All right, 6 and 6 bits. Come on, Lucy.
Wait, Jeff. We're going to buy something.
You sell? Now you want to buy. What?
Those on the shelf behind you.
Those guns are registered. You show me your license, we might make a deal. No deal.
You know we haven't no licenses. Anything else you got? Without a license?
Maybe. They're old, not guaranteed.
How much for 2 and a few shells?
6 and 6 bits.
5.
1 for 5. The other one I'll throw in. For $1.75.
5 for both.
2 for 6. What'll you need money for? You'll get more soon.
I never thought of that.
A deal. 2 second-hand pistols, $6.
What can I do for you?
2 quarts of milk or a quart pound of butter.
Certainly. Anything else?
Everything you've got in the cash register.
Open the register, buddy. This is a sticker. Fast. Yeah, of course. Don't have to hold the gun that close. There. Right. Grab the cash, Lucy. I got the bundles. We got you covered. Don't move, buddy.
$11 is all. Business can't be so good.
Come on, Lucy.
Wait. He's got chocolate candy. Dodie ain't had no chocolate candy in almost a year. He's got 5 pieces. All right, Jeff. Let's go home and feed Dodie.
Mom, I'm sleepy.
Then you go lie on your bed. Sure you don't want any more chocolate candy?
Sure, Ma. That was good, Ma. We're going to have supper, too?
You bet we are, Dodie. You'll see. Scoot now.
I'm going. That was good. Real good.
Lucy, come here a minute.
Just seen Dodie in bed. What is it, Jeff?
Out here on the back porch. Thought we ought to try them guns.
You got 'em out here?
Uh-huh. Loaded, too. Which one you want?
Makes no difference. That one.
Okay. Point it out that way. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Then shoot. Darn things ain't no good at all.
Then let's go back to that pawn shop and get 2 guns that'll shoot.
You 2 again?
Yeah.
Here, those 2 pistols you sold us, they don't work.
I told you not guaranteed.
We want 2 that'll work.
No swap.
How much for these?
$2.
We paid you 6.
Now you told me they don't work, the price comes down. $2.
I ought to bust you one.
Take the $2, Jeff.
There.
Now we want 2 that'll work. Guaranteed.
$7.50 apiece.
Give you 5.
7.
6. That's as far as we go, or we take our business
6 apiece. For 2 pistols. That works.
Don't shoot. Please don't shoot.
Keep your hands up and nobody will get hurt. Where's the cash?
In the desk. In that corner there.
I'll get it. Make him give you the keys to the garage, Jeff.
Hurry, Lucy. You, give me the keys to that car. Well, it's not mine. I only fixed it. Runs good? Yeah. Good. Don't hit me. Don't touch me. Shut up. Give me the keys. Here. Keep away from me.
$40, Jeff. More cash money we've seen in years. Got the keys? Let's go.
Hop in, Lucy. Fast.
All set, Jeff. Now let's get Dodie. And we'll never see this rotten town again.
Look at the trees, Ma.
Yes, honey, I know. They're green out here.
Dodie,
On this side, look at all the cows.
Cows are lazy, Daddy Jeff. All they do is sit in the sun.
Lucky animals.
You ain't kidding. Dodie, honey, tell Ma what I asked you to do.
You mean when we stop or something, Ma?
Yes, dear.
Dodie stays in the back seat. When Daddy Jeff stops the car, Dodie gets down on the floor like tracking Indians and stays there no matter what happens.
That's right, dear. You'll do it, too. You promise.
I promise, Ma.
Lucy, up ahead.
Just traffic cops. This crate couldn't break no speed laws.
Traffic cops don't block the road like that.
You can read it.
Cops have teletypes all over. We've got to stop for it. Now listen. Do exactly as I tell you. When we stop, I'll get out. You slide into the driver's seat. If they're looking for us and they catch on, I'll tie them up and you drive like crazy. Understand?
I understand, Jeff. Dodie, Daddy Jeff's gonna stop.
Can I look at the big motorcycles real close, Ma?
Dodie, you promised.
Yes, Ma. I'm getting down, Ma. Are the cops Indians, Ma?
Dodie, please. Please be still.
Sorry, folks, we're stopping everybody.
Couple of stick-up artists. Car thieves reported headed this way.
I don't mind in the least, officer. Try to stretch my legs.
Where you headed, mister?
Up the road a piece. Looking for work.
Where'd you get this car?
It's mine. Why?
Because it's the same make, year, and number as the stolen jalopy we're watching for.
Let's see your license and registration, fellow.
Lucy, drive! Lucy!
No, without you!
Look out, Mercy's got a gun! Hey, Lucy, don't!
Oh! Jeff, get in! Drive, Ma! It's too loud! It's too loud!
You killed him.
I don't care. I won't live without you. Ma, why are you crying? Don't cry.
All right, Lucy. We tried it, honest. Now I guess we're in for it.
In just a moment, Crime Does Not Pay will continue with the second-hand pistols. Now we continue with Crime Does Not Pay, starring Nancy Coleman as Lucy Minden in The Second-Hand Pistols. Out of the hills of West Virginia and across the border into Ohio rolled Lucy Minden with Dodie and Jeff. A few miles beyond the point where they left the two policemen lying in the road, they stopped the car, made their first swap. On they went, using only the back roads, staying away from towns and cities of any size. For gas and cash and food, they held up small filling stations and stores. They slept in their car. Behind them was a trail of stolen automobiles and rifled cash boxes. And ahead of them, always ahead of them, was the clicking of the teletypes in the police stations.
Here they are again. To all police officers, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky. Wanted for murder, assault with intent to kill, armed robbery, automobile theft. Couple with child. Last seen driving west on US 60. Description follows.
Description follows. Gardner, height 5'8", weight approximately 155. Brown hair, blue eyes. Clothing, blue dungarees. Minden, height 5'2", weight approximately 130. Black hair, brown eyes. May be dressed in men's clothing. All stations alerted. Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri. Approach with care. They are desperate.
Daddy, Jeff, why is Ma taking so long?
I don't know, Dodie.
Ma would come. I wish she would.
She's coming, Dodie. She just came out of that stationery store.
All right, Jeff. I got everything.
What took you so long?
Drive, Jeff, I'll tell you.
You were so long, Ma.
I know, dear, but I got everything. And new caps for Daddy Jeff and one for me, so my hair won't get dusty. And the newspapers and the lollipops for you. And guess what, Dodie?
Ice cream cone?
Oh, not with lollies, dear, no. Look.
Ma, it looks almost real. Almost like yours.
Oh, yes. Yes, dear, almost. And caps for it, too. Want me to load it for you?
Gee, no, Ma, I know how. Boy, oh, boy. Now I can go bang, bang when you do, Ma.
Yes, dear, I know. I know. Only make your make-believe. Please, Tony.
Oh, yes, Ma. If you say so.
You shouldn't have done it, Lucy. It'll look awful bad.
Look bad?
Like we was teaching the kid.
How much worse can it look? We killed, didn't we?
If you'd have done what I asked.
I left you with him. Now, Jeff, I'll die first. Anyhow, look, Jeff, we're in the papers. Front page. Hold up couple saw in 7 states. That's us, you and me, in the papers.
What else do they say?
Known as Jeff Gardner and Lucy Linden, and accompanied by Lucy's child, this couple have terrorized West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, holding up filling stations, stealing cars. Jeff, up ahead, that hitchhiker. Let's pick him up.
What for? Hitchhikers don't have any...
Pick him up, Jeff. Don't you see? The cops are looking for a couple and a kid. Not 3 grown-ups and a kid.
You're smart, Lucy.
You don't have to be smart for that. You're sensible. Besides, I knew the cops out where I was born. They keep looking only for what they're told.
Going toward Missouri, folks?
We sure are. Hop in. Whereabouts in Missouri you heading, mister?
Why, Hannibal's be Jack.
Right along the way. You got a good ride. We're bound for St. Louis.
That so?
We got to stop down to Bowling Green first. My sister lives there. Well, we got to see her a little bit before we move along.
$127 Green Street, Lucy.
I know.
This where Aunt May lives, Ma?
Yes, Dodie. This is where...
It's a nice house. Big tree.
Sure.
What are we sitting in the car for, Ma? Why don't we get out?
The kid's right, Lucy. It'll be better short.
I know. All right, Dodie. Let's get out. Got everything, Dodie?
Uh-huh. Even my pistol. It's keen, Ma. Even if it doesn't make as loud a noise as yours.
Darling. All right. Come on now. Daddy Jeff has to take care of the car.
All right. Don't take long, Daddy Jeff.
I won't. See you, son.
Do you remember Aunt May, Dodie?
I never saw her, Ma. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Must have forgot. Well, she's nice. Looks like me a little older. A little fatter, I guess.
Will she have a bed for us, Ma? Will we sleep in a bed tonight?
Yes, dear. You'll sleep in a bed tonight. Oh, dear, I forgot. There's something I need from the dime store.
Tonight, Ma?
Yes. Jody, you stay here. I'll ring the doorbell for you. And then you tell Aunt May that your Ma and Daddy Jeff had to go downtown for a minute, and I said for them to take you in until I get back. All right?
Sure, I'll tell her.
All right. Give me a kiss.
Yeah, sure, Ma. Why are you crying, Ma?
Who's crying? All right. Here we go. You be good now, understand? Till I get back. Goodbye, Josie.
Don't be long, will you, Ma? Will you?
Jeff, will you? Before I go back there and make a complete fool of myself. I don't like it, Jeff.
You don't like what?
Where that traffic cop let us go.
St. Louis is a big city, hon. They ain't expecting us in a big city.
We're going to be out here soon.
All warehouses must be pretty near the edge of town.
I hope so. It don't feel right.
Lucy,
I see what I told you, Jeff.
turn or right through.
They'll have the side streets covered. Try to get from behind, too.
You ready?
You'll have to hang onto the wheel. Give me the gun.
Left pocket.
Got it.
Here we go again, hon. Fire back at him, Lucy. Fire.
Not unless I have to.
It's just my shoulder. I can try.
That'll teach him to hurt you.
Not much more, Lucy. We make it to that rock and they'll never get us out.
I know. Till we starve to death.
Maybe we'll be able to make a deal with them.
Oh, they won't make any deals. You saw the papers. When they tried to stop us back in New Mexico, they shot one of their own.
Here we are. Up you go.
Made it. You get shot in St. Louis, but I'm the one who's played out in Arizona.
You'll be fine after you rest a bit. My shoulder's perfect. You fixed it good in that room in Joplin.
We slept in a bed. Funny, I never thought I'd get out of Virginia. Look at all the places we've been.
Getting pretty close. I can see some of them moving. They must have rifles. They look so small.
No, on this side. What do you say they call a place like this? Stuck up in the middle of a flatland?
A mesa. Fellow at the last gas station told me. I sure hated to ditch that last station wagon. It sure was a beautiful car. Sure ain't coming any closer.
They're more scared than we are. Dad! The plane is after us, too. Oh, Dad, I can't take it. Not anymore. We gotta quit, Jeff. I can't.
Lucy, easy, honey. One of them's yelling at us.
Up there, you! You got 1 minute. Come down or we'll blast you out. It's surrounded. You got 1 minute, and then we open fire. The plane spotted you. Ain't got your mind. 1 minute from now.
It's no use, Jeff. We gotta quit.
I know. I didn't tell you. We haven't even got 2 shells left for the guns.
Jeff, one thing you gotta promise.
I promise. What is it?
After everything we've been through together, you won't try to take the whole blame. I couldn't stand it. Not to go and you go. Promise, Jeff.
I promised before you asked, didn't I? We didn't have no chance. Not since we knocked over those cops back home. I knew that.
We didn't have no chance long before that, Jeff. I knew that. All right, Jeff. Tell him we're coming down.
Nancy Coleman, who will star as Lucy Minden in The Second-Hand Pistols, will be back with you in just a moment. Now, here in person is Nancy Coleman.
I think it is important to the story of Lucy Minden and Jeff Gardner that we point out that these two turned to crime only after a long and fruitless struggle to find the means for a decent existence, honestly. Lucy and Jeff had the traditional 3 strikes on them before they started, simply because of the kind of life into which they were born. Such living conditions can and must be corrected in this great country of ours. We cannot afford to lose good mothers and decent fathers to lives of crime, not when they can be given proper opportunities at so little cost. When the Lucys and the Jeffs of our country turn to law-breaking because they feel there's no other way, it is as much for society as a whole as for this kind of criminal that in the end, crime does not pay.
Thank you, Miss Coleman. Crime Does Not Pay is written by Ira Marion and directed by Mark D. Loeb, with music composed and conducted by John Garth. Technical advisor is Burton B. Turtis. The events, characters, and names used in the story you've just heard are fictitious. Any similarity is purely coincidental.